What we do here is go back, 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 back.
What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What's up? What's up? How y'all doing out there? What is going on? What's going on? Hey, RD, how you been? What's going on? And what's up, all? And what it do? What it do? I ain't seen y'all in some days. Like, where y'all been? Cause I ain't been online. I haven't been on. Oh, thank you. Hey, look, I'm trying. I'm trying. You know me. I just be trying to put these things together myself. I don't, my girl gonna help me out, Moochie. She gonna help me out, jazz it up. But it's I like it right now. It's cool. But yeah, I ain't been online. I ain't been doing nothing. I just took a little break. Um, since y'all last saw me, uh, with two, I guess not last Sunday, but the Sunday before last, right? I think that's what it was. Yeah. So I took a little break for a few days. What's going on, DeMarcus? How you doing? But look, I'm here and we doing a little throwback. We doing a little throwback. I didn't have a channel when Snowfall was out. I think I might have I think I might have been on other people's channels at the time when Snowfall was out. I can't remember, but I didn't have my own channel at the time. So and yeah, I think I was just a guest on Moochie channel, Tamika channel, something like that. But I didn't have my own. So I've been saying, oh, I want to go back and just do a recap on Snowfall. Just today we just gonna talk about season one. So DeMarcus, don't put the track shoes on. We ain't going to the end and how it ended. We ain't going to seasons 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. We just sticking with one. Um, oh, you say you working, chat? I'll be working till late in the evening. Sometimes I'm working usually till 8:30 in the evening. So I understand that. Um, but yeah, so I said today we just gonna start with season one and just gonna talk about the beginning, how Franklin got started, what was going on with the family, what was going on with um Teddy, what was going on with Gustavo and all them kind of people, and Louis and Jerome and all that. So we just gonna kind of talk about that, and then and then we'll go and then we'll start with season one. Then on another day we'll do season two, and then another season 3, 4, and 5 and 6. So, but yeah, season one brought back nostalgia. This is a damn great show. I know some people were mad about how it ended, but I'm not mad at all. But we're not gonna get into the ending and how it all went down with that. I'm just gonna stick. Let me fix my little light here. Those stars is in my face. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on a second, y'all. Color. Okay. So we just gonna stick with just the season one for right now. Um, you never watched Snowfall. You better get on RD. Do you need me to jump through this screen, girl? Go on Hulu, if you have Hulu and binge watch it, I'm telling you, once you start watching the first episode, it's gonna grab you. Even the first two episodes, and you just gonna keep watching and watching and watching. The first season, the first episode, just on season one, is good. Okay, you don't have Hulu. Okay, I'll give you a pass because you don't have Hulu. But if I find out they got like a special or something, I'll let you know. Maybe they have a free trial or something. If they have a free trial coming up or they run some type of special, I'll let you know so you can get Hulu because it is no, it's not on Netflix. Not right now. No, it was a show on FX and Hulu and Hulu and FX and all that. It's all ran by Disney. All that's under the Disney umbrella. So initially when it came on, it was on FX, but now you can like if you didn't see it when it came on FX, then you would go to Hulu the next day and watch it. So if I find out there's a special like a free trial or something, I'll just have to let you know. I have to find you somewhere in here and let you know. But anyway, yeah, it's a damn good show. It really is. But you can still sit here and listen to us talk about it. I am waiting on Detroit, and he's supposed to pop in. But I'm gonna go ahead and get going. And also Amina. Amina's gonna jump in and be my special guest too. So and they on the way. You know they gotta be fashionably late. So but let's just go on and get started. And then when they get here, we'll just jump on in. So this is just season one, and these are just some pictures for uh of everything that was going on of season one. So it's not episode by episode, it's just like a recap of the whole season. So let me get going here so we don't be up here all night long. Okay, so this story starts off in South Central Los Angeles. Started off June 14th, 1983. Okay, so RD, let me tell you this. Since you didn't watch oh hey Candy, how you doing? Um RD, since you didn't watch Snowfall yet, this is loosely based, and I'm saying that with the quotations, loosely based on the real story of Freeway Rick Ross, who was one of the, he wasn't the only, but one of the biggest crack dealers, drug dealers during the 80s. So, but this is not all his story, but it's loosely based on his story, loosely based on his, but of course it's not his actual story. Oh, wait a minute, I got somebody knocking on my door. Let me see who is coming on in here. Oh, there you go, Amina. Hey, girl. Yay.
What's up, beautiful ladies?
How you doing? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. So I was just getting started. I was talking to the people here, and we had a RD who never seen Snowfall. And also now Miss Niecy said, Ing, I never watched Snowfall, but I'm here for your reviews. So I appreciate you, Miss Niecy. But listen, maybe after you listen to us talk about at least the first season, because we're just gonna talk about season one. We're not jumping the gun and going on to the end. We're just gonna, since people didn't watch it, we don't want to spoil everything to the end. So
Yeah.
but
No,
if
my friend,
but hopefully they will go and start watching it, so
yeah, I'm gonna send my friend a link too. He told me, I was like, you don't watch Snowfall. He was like, yeah, but after I see the panel, I might decide to. So I gotta send him the link too right now.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait a minute. See, DeMarcus with his question. What do you think about 50 a crime, the rights to pay them for? Listen, I'm okay with it. I had a little conversation with Moochie and not DeMarcus, the Detroit and Pretty Girl. We kind of had a little conversation talking about it behind the scenes. yesterday, and I'm all right with it as long as it don't turn out nothing like BMF. So as long as they do a Snowfall style, or give us a Wire style, a Raising Canaan style show, I'm for it. If it's give me some, they got to give me great acting, a great script, great producers. So, I mean, what you think, Amina? How you feel about that?
You're right, because he totally dropped the ball on BMF. BMF was like a real interesting story, and they dropped the ball. So I don't know how I feel about that. Put that back in Dame's hand, but too bad Dame lost it. But
Oh yeah, that's on him. Yeah, yeah, that's
that
on
was a
him.
good movie.
That's a whole nother conversation because I could say a whole bunch about him. But yeah, but I feel like as long as they give me the level of the Breaking Bad, the Snowfall, the Wire, the Raising Canaan, something where the writing and the acting is top tier, then I'm okay with them doing it. But if you're gonna give me some old BMF type of mess, then put that over on Tyler Perry's channel and let him do that stuff over there. I just don't. I'm just yeah, because BMF, yeah, we know how that turned out, so and wait a minute, all Lynn said she ain't seen The Wire. Okay, look, y'all got to give y'all some homework, okay? Y'all got to watch Snowfall and y'all got to watch The Wire. Okay, I got to give these people some homework. These people got a lot to watch. Oh, wait a minute. We got old Detroit up here.
Who
Oh,
ain't
wait a
who
minute.
ain't
There we go.
who ain't
There we
watched The
go.
Wire?
Um, who just said? Who did I just say it is? Miss Niecy didn't watch it. No, not Miss Niecy. I'm sorry. All in. She
That's the greatest show of
she
all time, man.
and then somebody else. RD never seen Snowfall.
Dang.
Yeah. So they got it. So they got some homework. I'm not mad at somebody who ain't see it. It's just it's never too late because these shows are great shows. So you can always go back and watch
The Wire
and
just
watch.
a different level though,
The
Inga.
Wire is on a different
No
level.
disrespect to
This
Power and
niece ain't
Snowfall,
seen the
but it
Wire either.
just
Okay, I got to give them some homework. Hey,
yeah, they need to get some
Sally.
homework, man.
Yeah, definitely. So okay, did we already talk about pay to full? No, well, we're not doing trending topics. That's Moochie's going to do that, and she's going to break down all that kind of stuff. But I just, before you got up here, Detroit, wait a minute, I'm gonna change
Uh-huh.
things so that it's not covering everybody's face. Um, but I did. DeMarcus asked the question, what I think about it, and I was just saying to Amina that I'm fine with it as long as remember the conversation that me, you, and PG had and Moochie had that as
Uh-huh.
long as it's not on the level of BMF, I'm fine. Let it be. Long as it's on the Raising Cane and the Wire, the Breaking Bad, the Snowfall level, and you
Godfather
know what I mean
Harlem.
by that. I'm talking about good writing, good acting, good direction, and all of that.
If it
But if
what about Godfather Harlem? Because Godfather
Godfather
Harlem's
Harlem is
phenomenal.
another one. Yeah, it's a bunch of. I mean, we can go on and on with shows, but I'm saying
Mm-hmm.
Mad Kings. If as long as it's on the level of some good, good entertainment, and because
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot of levels they can spin that off too. It don't just have to be redoing the movie again. They can spin that
Mm-hmm.
off with other characters. You know, I mean, so
We
yeah,
don't people don't understand that they didn't really use the real people name in that movie. They just
exactly.
so that it's gonna be Rich Porter and everything like that. They might have to say the names now and go actually by the real story.
Well, and yet, well, maybe the people get paid and everything, and so it's a whole
Hmm.
lot to what I mean. So
Right,
I'm fine as long as they do a great job with it. So you give us some
right. As
BS,
long as it ain't BMF, like Inga said, no BMF. We
I
right?
good.
No,
mean, you know what? The fact that Cameron is behind it and those are his people, I'm sure he gonna make sure they get paid because he don't want no problems with Harlem. He
that's
always say
right.
that.
I agree with you on that. I do agree. Okay, what is going on with our people here? Miss Niece ain't seen Godfather Harlem. Yes, you got a lot to watch. You
And
got a
Mina
lot
ain't
to
seen
watch.
it neither.
Yes, I did. I just didn't see the new ones because I'm over it. Sorry, guys.
You
Oh,
over it? What you
I'm
mean?
over it. Like I never got back into it, and I'm okay with it.
What's
okay,
wrong with
okay.
it?
Okay. Everything ain't for everybody, so that's fine because there's people who hate Tamika. There's people who watch a lot of things that I don't watch, so and they love them, so I
But
understand.
what's wrong with it though? Like I'm trying to I understand what people saying. Now, if she said Breaking Bad, I understand. But like,
Breaking Bad is so
I
good
did
though.
say Breaking Bad too. I was over that. But Harlem, so what happened with Harlem? I think it was like the same plot over and over again. Him and the Italians and the Ducci and the Harlem. I mean, and the Italians. And I just after a while I was just like, okay,
but
rinse
that's
and
what,
repeat.
but that's what's gonna be though. That's in the '60s. That's all you had
And
was
it's
black.
actually it's based on some real true stuff that was going on. Not everything is actual factual, but it's loosely based on
Yeah.
real things that was going on. Like when they had Malcolm X in the storyline and all that. So
Hmm
it's some real
See,
true things that happened.
Spike Lee
hmm
left that part out. I was like, I didn't know that's what really happened because they made it seem like because everybody stood there, but nope. They had the dude going behind the scenes and roughing people up.
I mean, even Godfather Harlem is not actual because but
Right.
how they got to change it up a little bit for television, but it's but it's
They,
still, it's still a great show. It's really good.
Mhm.
It's really good. But I mean, I like it. But anyway, it's long as it's going back to paying for, long as it's not on no BS stuff, then we just we just because I'm gonna tell you, if I see a trailer or anything and it look bad, I'm just not even gonna bother to watch it, and I ain't gonna recap it. And I'm gonna stand
Yeah,
my ground on that. If it's some corny stuff, I'm just not watching it. I'll
you
give
would
it a
tell by the
chance.
cast though. If the cast look corny, you know what type of time it's on.
Right, right, exactly, exactly. Yeah. So I think Mina got a good point. I think Cameron being involved, he's not gonna have no BS. I don't think so. I don't think he going. Not
Hmm
saying that 50 would, but I think 50 gave up on BMF only because of them finnery family. You know what I mean? And all the
Right.
BS they doing behind the scenes. So I think it became personal. So that's why he just said, "The hell with that damn show," and he didn't promote it. He ain't care nothing about it no more.
But they didn't do a good
hmm
job. So why? Like they didn't do a good job. They butchered that show.
But they butchered it after round about that round down the middle of season 2. It started going down. 3 and
Yeah.
4 is when it was in the toilet, in the sewer.
They need
No,
to
it was past the toilet. It went down to the sewer.
they need to give Sasha Penn another job.
Yeah, that's what
If
I'm
he
saying.
would have
It
ran that show, it would have been amazing.
depends on who you have as the person who's the
Showrunner.
showrunner makes a big difference too. Yes, that makes a big difference. Yeah.
Whoever was the showrunner for BMF, they
I mean, the showrunner was he had a stroke, so it's a woman that's the showrunner on that show now, a white woman as that.
Oh, see, that's the okay. Let me get up off it then. 'Cause we ain't here to talk about BMF. That we buried it. We gave it a funeral
Yeah,
and we buried it. I'm done with it.
yeah. Let's get the
So
Snowfall.
yeah, so we on and we just like I said, Detroit, don't put the track shoes on because we only gonna talk
Okay.
about recapping season 1. So, because especially since a lot of people in here now have said in the chat they hadn't seen it, so we don't want to give away everything. But so this was during the era of the early 80s, 83. And let me say June 14th, 83. I was about 12 years old around this time. Yeah, I was about like 12 years old. So when all this stuff was going down, I'm I'm just become well what you call preteen middle school time. So
hmm
um
My
so
birthday wasn't even there. I wasn't even a year old yet.
oh, okay.
I
That was in the summertime too, though.
yeah.
Mhm.
I would be born 2 months later.
Oh, okay. Oh, look, y'all making me old as hell. Say no.
No, no.
That's I will. Look. I am so happy to be the age I am because look, some people ain't making it, but so we start off. This is where we get to know. We meeting the everybody now. We meeting Franklin. We got his homeboy, Leon, and it was a Kevin. Is it
Yeah.
Kevin? Kevin, yeah. I might forget somebody, even though I did go back and watch the whole first season, but I ain't write no notes. I'm going on my brain, so I might forget somebody's name. So yeah, and so then we got his mama. Sissy, she works as she's a single mother because we don't know yet about the father yet. So we're gonna get there. But all we know is a single mother, and she worked this job working for this racist guy. And at this point, Franklin was going to college, but he decided to come on back home, right? And he started selling weed with Uncle Jerome.
Mm-hmm.
Now he never got kicked out of school, right? Oh
He
yeah. Oh,
left. He
No,
ain't
that
had
was an
money.
alternate universe. That wasn't. He never got
okay,
kicked
yeah,
out.
okay. That's why I ain't trying to put my own damn track, my
Uh-uh.
skates on. But that's right. You right. And that happened later, like season 3 or 4 or
Hmm.
something like
He
that.
just
Right. Yeah.
left. He didn't get kicked out.
He
No,
left.
no, no.
No, he didn't get kicked out. He left. I think it was like yeah, I think he just got tired of school. He was broke. His mother didn't have no money, and he had no money. And
They said he
so,
wanted to be close to his mother.
yeah, wanted to be close to his mother. And so it's just like a typical day. Look like this is how it was when I was a teenager. We'd be out in the street riding bikes, having a good time, going to the ice cream truck, just having fun. But they not really teenagers. They probably how old was Franklin probably here?
They were young. Franklin, I
Yeah,
think he was like 19, 18.
yeah, he
He
was
was
at the
about
he was a,
18.
yeah, because he had just started college. Um so he
They were
probably
super young.
yeah, they were like 18, 9, yeah, probably 18, 19. Yeah.
These were my babies. This is like the Franklin I remember. Like
Yeah.
we grow up with Franklin on this show, guys. Y'all gotta watch.
I'm telling you, yeah, I know. Well, he was working with his Uncle Jerome. I love me some Uncle Jerome.
Big
That's my guy.
my favorite
Big
simp.
I try. I still like him, even though we're gonna get there on another date when we get down to that part. But he's selling weed. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't no dispensary, it wasn't legal, wasn't like how it is now. And this how people got their weed. Shit, my parents used to have that little stuff. They had people, so I mean, everybody had a little, if your parents wasn't doing it, it was somebody in your family was smoking weed. It was just
Hmm.
yeah. And so everybody had the little neighborhood person that they get it from. And so he was working, but his mama didn't know that he was working with Jerome. Because it
No,
seemed like the mother and I mean, I'm gonna ask you this: the mother, Sissy and Jerome, they didn't have like the best relationship or something, right?
no, they did because they would come around for family dinners. They loved each other. Yeah, they was always at the family dinners in the beginning. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, but I remember at some point, now of course maybe later on, but she said that how he used to get into a lot of mess. Probably in their younger years, maybe Jerome used to get in trouble or something.
Yeah, Jerome
Uh,
was close with his sister. He used to raise. I mean, he used to raise Franklin.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
why he went
okay,
over to Unc's.
yeah,
Unc is a
yeah. But
trouble.
it
He
seemed
like
like she didn't always want him over there though.
you said what?
I mean, in this season 1, I was
Mhm.
listening to the dialogue. She said, "You over there at your uncle's again," and I think she didn't always want him over there because she know Jerome was selling weed and
Yeah,
going.
she didn't like
He
that.
didn't have like no job, no 9 to 5. He wasn't that type of guy. He hustled and did whatever he needed to do to put bread on the table. So I don't think she wanted her son always over there with Jerome. But hey, if that was my uncle, I would have hung over there too. That looked like it was the fun place.
Yeah, that's the only man that he knew other than Melanie's father. But
Right.
that was Uncle. So yes,
Right.
Uncle raised him. That's
Right. Hey, look, if that was my uncle, I would have been over there too. Cause it looked like that was the party place and they had fun and all of that. So
Uncle was an OG. He was lifting weights. You know what
right.
I mean?
And
Getting to
he kept that Jerry curl moist. He
yeah, he
kept that
did.
Jerry curl always dripping and wet all the time.
y'all want to know something funny?
Uh,
Oh my God, I had a Jerry curl my whole childhood. I hated my mother for that.
oh
Yes,
my
I had
goodness,
the
girl, you gotta show
activator.
us the pictures. You gonna have to show us the pictures.
That's some country shit right
I don't have
there.
no pictures. No, we was over here because my father had Jerry curls. My mother had I felt like what's that movie with Eddie Murphy and they
Coming to
all get up off
America.
the seat and it's like
Yes, yes, coming to
so glow.
America. Yes, the soul glow. Right.
But
So,
my hair would go like buckwheat because it would dry out because I was a kid. I just wanted to play.
oh, she said I had one too.
Shout out to the Jerry curls.
Yeah. Um, My sister used to one of my older sisters. She used to put jerry curls in people's hair. She knew how to do it, and people would come over and get their jerry curl, and that stuff would be stinking up the kitchen with all them
What a term.
rollers and all that. Yeah, oh my gosh, yeah, it was a mess. Well, he was so Franklin and Leon. He was selling the weed for Jerome, and now I done forgot the little white guy's name, but he lived with him. What was his name again?
Talking about the one
Dang.
in the valley.
Yeah,
I think it's Rob.
Yeah,
Rob.
with
That's
Rob.
it. You're right. It's Rob. 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 It was his family was wealthy. Their family was the mother and was or the father was a porn director, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, porn director, and they lived good. They lived in a beautiful home, and so Franklin stayed over there while he went to school. You
You've been to
know.
LA before, haven't you, Inga? You know the valley is like it's a lot of people from like Compton and stuff like that. They end up living in the valley, but it's hood in the valley though. You got your rich people, you got
Mhm.
your white people there. It
Well, I think
depends, but it
where
get
he
crazy in the
lived, it might have
valley.
been nice. I mean, white people where he lived at.
It
Yes,
You
was.
know,
at the
yeah,
time.
it don't look like no hood where he lived at.
No. The
Yeah.
valley don't look like the hood. I'm just saying it like it's just it's an area like when you people who get good jobs and they tired of living in the hood. They just move
Mhm.
there. That's like a suburban area.
Right.
They
Well,
was getting it in that tub
he's
though.
going out there because they was, he had been supplying the cannabis out there to them. But then Robert started telling him about, you should start selling the cocoa powder. So
Avi.
yeah, and that's how he was gonna start getting introduced to Avi. Yeah. Oh, and rest in peace to Avi, because the
Uh,
actor who yeah,
oh, in real
whatever his
life?
name is in real life, he passed away recently.
Hmm.
Recently, yeah, maybe last month or something,
Yeah, I think
sometime in
so.
August or July or something.
Rest in
Yeah,
peace to that brother.
He
yeah.
was amazing.
Real name, but he just passed. Yeah. So that's how he ends up going to Avi's house, and Avi was an Israeli guy. He was into a little bit of everything, like into the pow, selling the weapons, selling the cocaine. I mean, just the whole thing. So he looked like he was in a little bit to everything. Uh,
Yes, he was.
yeah. I mean, what's your opinion on Avi? I always liked him.
I'll be loyal,
Mhm.
I love
in
me
my
some
opinion.
Avi.
He loyal. I like Ivy, man. He looked at Franklin as his son, to be honest with you.
He did. He taught Franklin how to. That was him that taught him how to. I can't talk about it, but yeah, I know.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
like. I like the way he took Franklin under his wing
He
and he
did.
culturized him.
And and those who in the chat who did not see it, I'm not going to tell y'all what happened, but I'm just if when you do get a chance to get Hulu and watch it, that Avi was solid, like Amina said, to the end, and
You
he
know. I
really
mean,
was. I mean, I can't even say no more about. He was really solid to the end. He really was.
he did some
And,
shady mess though, but we can't talk about it.
yeah, I know what you're talking about, but yeah, I know, but Patrice, but I still liked Avi though. I still think he was all right. Um,
Ivy was dope though, man. I mean, he did
he
Franklin
made
wrong a couple
mistakes. He
times,
made
but he
mistakes, but
He
they
did
all
something
yeah.
real
hmm
grimy to Franklin though. Not snitch or anything. I don't know about that, but
Mm.
y'all gotta read
I know
between
what
my
part. I
lines.
know what what you talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say it because what I mean
we
we ain't
can't.
that's in a couple seasons, but
Yeah.
you
So,
know,
but
but
other
he
than
only
that,
did that because he was young, but he thought Franklin was not smart. He learned that quickly.
Oh
I
yeah.
love me some
Right.
Franklin.
Right. But I like how we seeing here the Franklin was, as people would say, green. He didn't know nothing. He was, you can see the look on his face in this picture that he was just like taking it all in. He didn't know anything about, the cocoa powder game. He didn't know nothing about it.
Yeah.
Um, and so, and then, as time go on, of course, we see the transition of him. But at the beginning, he was like almost scared. He didn't know anything. So he learned a lot from Avi. He did learn a lot.
Oh, there
Frank,
go. There she go. The terror.
They go. Who was in here talking about this earlier? Demarcus. This is Demarcus girl. He loves some Queen Louis.
He was good
And
for Franklin for they was close.
She was a good character, yo. Like it's just amazing to watch their growth. So when you see me smiling, it's because I'm in the good old days. These are the good old days. Like
I
we
mean, look how
actually
she looked
watched
early
them.
on. She kind of looked disheveled and didn't have it together. She wasn't stupid, but she was you see the transition of her too late as time go on, as the seasons go on.
Louis wasn't the smartest though. That's one thing for sure. She wasn't the smartest, but
She
she
made look,
manipulated
they all
people.
made mistakes in some shape, form, or fashion. Every character made mistakes
Yeah.
throughout this whole series.
And
Throughout
that
the whole
makes you
series. Yeah.
human. Yeah.
But so he gets the look. I'm tired of I can't stand all these cold words. I'm just gonna say it. I don't give a damn what you two say. He gets the cocaine from Avi. He brings it to Jerome. Jerome was like, "What you bring that up in here for?" Because he wasn't trying to fool with that. He wanted to stick with his, with his weed, and because he
And
said, he didn't want to get involved with that. You know what I'm saying? And plus, he was like, people in this neighborhood can't afford this anyway. So how you gonna sell it? Because they lived in like what? They was in South Central,
the
so
South
people,
Central, yeah.
yeah, they were in South Central, and everybody was, just regular middle class or poor people. Some middle class, some
Hmm.
poor, and just regular working class people. They couldn't afford because back then cocaine was the rich man's drug.
Yeah.
You know, um, so yeah, and then Louis, she ear hustling and listening,
She was
and
always sneaky.
No, let me
yeah,
ask you a question though. I don't want to, because the YouTube, whatever, right? All
I'm
right,
so sick
I'm
of
gonna try
having
to
to
be
always
okay.
watch our words. They just on my nerves.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna do my best. All right. Now they wasn't. I don't want to put no track shoes on because this it isn't on season one when he actually went to Oakland, but at the time, they wasn't. It wasn't really called rock right now. Franklin actually invented rock. I don't think they was on rock.
It was, yeah,
No, no,
no.
no. At first it was
Yeah.
no. First he was selling this brick. That's all he
Yes.
was just selling
Yes.
the brick. Yeah, we haven't gotten to Oakland. That's all in season one. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're not
Okay.
jumping the gun,
Okay.
but this right here, he had just got it. He first place he goes to was to Jerome, and
Right.
Louis is the one told him about Claudia and said, I know somebody. And plus, he had to sneak because Jerome didn't want nothing to do with it. She had to sneak and bring him over there. And so apparently, Claudia was like her old little fling or somebody, right?
Pimp too. She
Yeah,
was
she
working
was a
for
pimp.
Claudia.
Look, I was being generous and nice by saying,
We're gonna say what it is.
yeah, it is what it is. She was her pimp because she sure treated her bad. I didn't like Claudia. I never liked her. Did y'all ever like her throughout the
I
whole
didn't like
series?
her. I didn't
I
never trust her for two
I never
seconds.
trusted her. I never liked her. I
She
didn't feel sorry about what happened to her or nothing. I did never like her. I never liked her.
she was actually like funny to me though because she was
Mhm.
so jealous. Her and Louis had a weird relationship.
Definitely. She was yeah, they definitely, but she raised Louis. That's why Louis got some, like, she's trifling, but I liked Louis in the beginning. I'm not even gonna, and I think Louis was smart. She definitely was
Mm.
handling herself in the streets.
She wasn't as smart as Franklin.
No, but she
She
still was
wasn't
smart.
smart enough. To be honest with you, she was okay. I don't want to because we gonna get there in a couple of weeks. But Louis was smart for what you need her to be smart of. But she can get outsmarted, and she did.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
not even in. I'm talking about she got outsmarted in this I mean, this season. If you really want to keep it a bug,
Look,
and
I know DeMarcus really loves Louis, but I liked her really up until maybe season 4.
4 or 5.
The
Yeah,
the
yeah.
last 2 seasons, she really worked my nerve, and I did not like. And I don't want to talk about the whole thing, but I don't like how she did my Uncle Jerome. There's a lot of, but we'll get there as the weeks go on. So, but
She was.
But
you
she was
gotta
good. I
admit,
liked her seasons 1 and 2 and 3.
yeah,
That was my girl. But then I started seeing her everybody on here had a transition. Don't you agree with
everybody,
me, Amina?
including Franklin's ass. I mean, so
And even Miss Sissy, the mama.
woo,
Everybody had a
I think
transition.
I think we
Everybody
just
changed, whether
I
for
think
good
we
or
just
bad.
say
Everybody changed on
we
here.
just ain't see their real character come out until they start making that bread.
no, people
Mm,
changed. They grew. Like they literally grew up. Personalities changed.
that's true.
So
No,
the
That's
Sissy
true.
wasn't like that.
Louis for what we knew Louis ain't changed, man. She
Louis ain't changed.
even Claudia told her that she was selfish, and it came
Louis never
out.
changed.
So you think that she was always scheming and kind of conniving type of thing, like with Claudia,
Yeah,
probably going back with Claudia? Okay.
Season
yeah,
one, you know what she told Franklin, right? She said, "I'll help you, but you're gonna have to take that club from Claudia. I need you
Oh
to
yeah,
give me that
yeah.
club." Like smiling in Claudia's face. She's
That's
yes,
what she told her. That's
yeah.
what
she
she
was
did tell
definitely
her.
grimy.
That
She
you
went
right, you right.
behind Jerome's back, her man, to take Franklin to get that thing off when he knew he ain't want Franklin to do nothing with that mess.
That
She
is
was
true.
always
You right, you right, you right,
sneaky.
you right. And right here, is they was leaving the club and they end up seeing it was Alton, Alton, that's how you saying that, the daddy. And he's a drunk, homeless on the street, and we'll end up getting to his character um in a minute. But when Franklin first went to so Claudia, she did end up buying the two bricks from him, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Initially, the
I
first
thought it
brick
was
he
one
had.
brick.
Oh, one brick. Yeah, she bought. Yeah, that's right. Because her bodyguard took a little sniff, and he said this. It was good. He tested it, and he said I can bring you another one tomorrow. So I remember that now. Yeah. So okay. So then so now we end up meeting, and some of these pictures are all kind of clumped together, so it's not scene by scene by scene. But now we end up meeting or find out Teddy, or where he
Teddy
went
and
by
his dumb partner,
went
bro.
by Reed Thompson or whatever he went by, his alias, but it was Teddy. What was his last name?
His last name was Reed Thompson. His
That
last name
No,
was
his real name
Thompson.
was Teddy.
Teddy.
Teddy,
Yeah,
I mean, his real name was Teddy. His last
his.
name was Thompson, though.
Okay, I didn't know his last name.
Oh,
That's his
okay,
last
okay. But
name.
I know, yeah, he went by Reed as like an alias through the
Yeah,
CIA. He worked for the CIA. He worked for the government because
but
people
yeah,
who and y'all and everybody can do their research. They can Google this. This is now this part. This is why I do like Snowfall, even though some of this is real, some of this is fictional. But what is real is that the government, and at the time Ronald Reagan was the president at the time,
president
they were funding wars with the
with them
with the
with the
cocaine
drug.
and guns. That's why Avi was selling guns and all that. So it's
Yeah,
a real thing, and
George Bush was the vice president at the time.
yeah,
George Bush was over the CIA.
that's right. That's
You know what I
right.
mean? So I ain't trying to put the cape on for Reagan because he was the president, but
Teddy McDonald. That's it. I knew it was something. Yeah, Teddy McDonald. That was his name. But he went by Reed
Reed
Thompson as an
Thompson.
alias. But Teddy McDonald was his
Yes, the
government
McDonald
name.
was
Yeah.
the
That,
full.
yeah.
But
But
Teddy wasn't bad in this season, though. I actually
no,
rock
he
with Teddy
wasn't
in this
bad yet.
season.
Yes, he
He got bad
was.
later, but he
No, he
wasn't
wasn't.
horrible.
You want to know something? Teddy always treated Franklin like garbage. He introduced himself to Gustavo. He tied Franklin up.
I know.
Like
I know.
what? He
I
tortured
know.
that boy.
I know it. Yeah. Yeah. But see, we didn't know all this stuff yet because he ain't met Franklin yet. At this point right here, this just at the beginning. He hadn't met Franklin. He hadn't even met Gustavo or none of them yet.
Okay,
So this
sorry.
is Alejandro. And this guy, he flew the planes back and forth from what was it, Panama or somewhere what was it? Or Colombia? Somewhere they were back and forth. And I mean, look at all that daggone bricks of cocaine. Good look, how much I think that's worth right there? That is a lot of cocaine.
Yeah.
I don't even know how much that's worth. But the guy who at the beginning, remember they was partying. It was Alejandro and this guy named Logan and some girls, and they were all at this mansion and with the hot tub, and they was partying, doing cocaine, and he ended up ODing and died. And so that's how we meet Alejandro and how all this came about.
I'm gonna say this though about Teddy. I know you don't like him, Amina, but he didn't do nothing. He had to do this. His partner was going crazy, was doing too much at this point. His partner was. I ain't gonna
Well,
say because nobody watched it.
right now, this is when he finds out that Logan was OD, and then he finds, and they had to go and clean up the mess and everything, and Alejandro unalived one of the girls that was there, because they was out there partying, snorting. Look, they was putting he snorting cocaine out each other's backsides.
But can you agree? Can you agree that this Teddy's partner, this dude was in too deep?
No, I'm not saying Teddy was wrong about that, but I see that Teddy's racist. He never wanted Franklin to make it. Like, he always kept his foot on Franklin. I mean, always. He never did that.
I don't think he was racist.
I got to take my skates off. His daddy was racist, and that's
his
later
daddy
on.
Was.
That's later on. I ain't gonna. Yeah, we'll just pause it there. But this is the guy that he worked for at the CIA. I forgot his name, but we ain't see him that long. He wasn't a big player in here. We saw him a couple of scenes, but this guy, Teddy worked for him through the CIA. And so his job was just to facilitate the transporting of the guns and drugs back and forth. And all of this was just to pay for all these wars that America always be having all the time. And listen, America is the reason why there is drugs and guns. And I ain't gonna go on my soapbox, but they're the reason why it's guns and drugs in the street, even to this day. This is America's problem. Yeah. They allowed it. They opened the door. They bring it in. It ain't people like Franklin who's the problem. It's the higher ups like the Teddys and starting going to the president of the United States down. So it's
I mean, that's what
you can lock up a Franklin right now. If it's a Franklin on the street right now, you can lock him up. It's not going to stop the drugs. It don't stop.
It never had nothing to do with little baby Franklin. Look,
it had nothing to exactly. Absolutely.
It had something to do with funding that war.
It had something to do but right now we still got this going on.
No disrespect. Franklin was one of the big the pieces in South Central LA, but he wasn't. It wasn't just about black. He had Mexicans. I know we about to go there.
He wasn't the only player.
He wasn't the only one. He wasn't
the only one.
It was Cubans that was a part of it. Like they just made it seem like he had something to do with it.
However,
he got the weapons that came from.
I was gonna say he did bring rock to LA. Nobody, the neighborhood was nice, yo. Before all of that mess happened, it's nice. He did introduce. I don't want to like.
And I did say before, and I did before you came up here, Mina. I did say to the couple of people who said they hadn't never seen Snowfall. I said this is loosely, and I put the quotations loosely based on Freeway Rick Ross, who. He has said it out his own mouth when he tells his story, even though that's a whole nother thing about this John Singleton thing and all that.
wrong.
He's done many interviews on his own when he's told his story. He said he is apologetic because he did destroy a lot of lives because he saw his neighborhood change right before his eyes. So like what you just saying, I mean, like the neighborhoods was nice, people had jobs,
nice. The palm trees, it was really.
But that happened in every neighborhood. I mean, aren't you in like New York area or something? We see that in New York. I'm in the DC. I mean, on the DMV, it happened here. Soon when crack came to DC, and I was living in DC at the time. I'm a teenager during the early 80s like this. I seen it go, even in my own family, with cousins and stuff. I seen how you go from women was beautiful. Women were like dime pieces, that people would say. And then next thing you know, they looking crazy. So this crack thing was real serious. It was serious. Yeah. So, I mean, it's a lot of people to blame. we could say, well, as a black person, why would you want to tear down your own people, your neighborhood, and all that? But there's also layers. It's like an onions, layers to that. Just some people feel like there's no jobs, there's no nothing for us. It's a whole lot to it. You
And
know
it's
what I
like
mean?
I'm not putting a something to your head and making you do it. It's like y'all
Yeah,
want to do it.
it's. I mean, it's.
So that's the way I'm saying it's probably viewed in other people's ways too. It's like I'm not, it's not forced.
But
You either want it or you don't.
and I'm not gonna make this no political thing or anything, but I'm just saying if people had um, living wages, can afford to live at places, you know, people wouldn't be out here robbing, stealing, selling drugs, doing things. If you could get a decent job with decent wages and can afford to live where you live, a lot of people end up turning to stuff like this because some of the, of what America has done. So it's a whole lot of layers
Can
to
I
it.
can I say something right quick before you go to the
Yeah,
next one?
go ahead, go
Mina
ahead.
was saying that he did do flooded in South I mean in South Central, but if he would have never did it, somebody else would have did it at the
Oh
end
I,
yeah,
of
it
the
was going to
day.
I
happen.
assume
Yeah,
that.
And,
I believe it was going to happen.
it was already happening back like in Godfather Harlem. They brought the stuff into Harlem. It was a black renaissance. They brought drugs in there and everything. I'm not trying to make this a political thing, but this show talks about political stuff.
No, but
At
this show is political. This show is political,
what I mean? Like
and
they was already selling cocaine and stuff like that from selling. I mean, they wanted the government wanted them to do that for they can. If it ain't no drugs on the streets, they can't pay for this war. You
and
know
yeah,
what I
I
mean? You
think
got Colombians coming here, you know what I mean, in Miami selling nothing but cocaine. They said that in Cocaine Hotel about how much
Yeah.
money they was doing in
yeah,
Miami. Like they can't blame this on black people.
Well,
The
I'm just
drug
no.
was
saying
always
in
gonna
the
be here.
show, that's who they like
Oh, in the
pinpointed
show they put
to
it
this
on Franklin.
dude,
Yes, yeah,
introducing it to LA.
right,
Right.
right, right. They
That's
did
all
try.
I'm saying. Like,
No,
yeah,
no,
real
you're
life
right.
it could be realistic, but I'm just saying in the show they said that he was the one that took it. He went out of town.
Yeah,
We'll wait for you to get there.
yeah,
Oh, are you
yeah.
done?
We
Yeah.
almost there. So Franklin and his homeboys Leon and Kevin, they went to a wrestling match. This where we meet. Oso. His wrestling name is Oso, but it's Gustavo. And what was the girl named Lucia? Lucia,
Lucia.
something like that. And then her cousin Pedro, which I can't stand Pedro at all. He act like This is where I said I'm gonna ask you. I wanted to wait and ask y'all this. Why did Pedro always seem like he was in love with his damn cousin? Like he was jealous of her or something. It was just something weird with him, with Pedro, about how he was jealous of Gustavo and her relationship when he walked in and caught them getting down. When he was Gustavo was munching on the carpet, he got mad. You know what? It was something about Pedro that was weird to me. About how, and this is his cousin. Like, why do you care about who she's sleeping with? Why do you care about she falling in love with this guy? Why do you care?
Some people don't like outsiders, but it could have
Okay,
been.
okay.
But you never know because cousins. They always say kissing cousins, but it could have he could have been like some people they don't like outsiders coming in, strangers, and all of that.
Okay, that's true. Okay, that makes sense because I was sitting there thinking, I was like, why the hell he cares so much? He's just weird to me.
They
But yeah,
Mexicans.
yeah, and they believe in family being
Yeah,
staying
they believe in
tight. No
family.
Yeah.
outsiders
Yeah.
coming in. That's true. No outsiders coming into the family. So,
Because
um,
that was their biggest thing. They had like a whole network down there. I was like, what the heck?
right now,
They
see,
always do that. They come over here and they gated themselves into their own community.
they do.
They don't want nobody coming in there. They don't play about that.
Yeah,
No,
even like when Franklin's boys came over there, right? Or something. It's
Yeah.
like, don't come here.
Yeah.
Yeah, better
mhm,
not.
that's right. That's right. Well, they were sitting here plotting right here that they were going to rob uh Pedro's father. Wasn't it Pedro's father's house? Is where his money was.
Yeah.
That was Pedro's father's house, which is Lucia's uncle. And they was going to take the money so they could start their own little business on the side. Their
Mhm.
own little cocaine business, whatever. But this man, one of the security guys or something, came into the house and also he gave him a 1-2 punch and flipped him over and and took this dude out. So, but that was like, dang, you gonna steal from your own uncle, you know? I mean, well, that was his father, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But so also Gustavo, he had a problem with it at first, but he finally went on and gave them the money, and but he did have a problem with it. He wanted to be a partner with them, but Pedro wasn't having that.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna be no partner with him.
Not with Pedro, no.
No, hell
No,
no. They ain't
no,
know that man like that. They don't trust him.
no, they didn't. No.
Look at this boy.
Look, Harvey was always walking around with them little Speedo shorts on, trunks on. But he didn't trust. I think he knew Alejandro, but he did not know Teddy.
He did not like Teddy. He never liked Teddy, even the whole way through.
Yeah, all the way to the end, he never liked Teddy. Yeah, all the way to his end. Yeah, but and that they all, and it's so funny. It's like the 6 degrees of separation. They all tied into each other some type of way, and it's all from helping the government. Hobby with guns and the drugs, and Alejandro bringing in, flying the stuff back and forth. They all tied in, and then you get Franklin getting tied up in it. They all work. It's like a network. They all working together.
Yeah.
Eventually, everybody did end up working. Well, except for Alejandro, but
that's what Teddy wanted anyway. To be honest with
you. Well, he had. So let me ask this: that Alejandro he's the one who had the connection with Lucia, and right was because how did Teddy get introduced to them? That was through Alejandro, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't remember because. Yeah, I couldn't remember now. Even I did watch it, but it was like a couple of weeks ago.
I forgot that part.
I can't remember.
He did. That's how he got.
Alejandro already was doing business, I think, with them. Or knew them.
Yeah, he was already doing business with Teddy. I'm not Teddy with Avo, and then that's why he introduced him, and that's why he had to, Teddy. He didn't really trust Teddy. That's why he had that man and said, "You need to sniff that coke."
Remember, he made Teddy. Remember, Harvey made Teddy take off all his clothes. And,
he didn't trust him
because he said you could have a wire on. I don't know who you are.
See, everybody embarrassing Teddy, and Teddy just go on 100 with Franklin.
He did. I mean, 100. Now, this lady here, this wasn't his wife, right? She was just the mother of his child. They had a relationship.
His baby mother,
yeah. But I think they was in a relationship, but he couldn't seem like. I think he put the job over his relationship.
He put the job over everything. He was really ready to give it up for his job.
Worked for the government too. She worked for the government too. I forgot what her position was, but she had a higher up position in, I think, in the CIA or something too, right?
She did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And but he definitely wasn't attentive to this child at all. You wouldn't even know that he treated the child like that was his nephew or something.
Right, because he ain't never.
Yeah, he really ain't had no kind of relation with this little boy.
He was in a mama face. He wasn't in a child's face.
But listen, they obviously ain't seen each other in so long because normally he was in DC, but he came out to LA to get this work on. But when they would see each other, they would be climbing up. Remember that one scene, y'all, when they was at her apartment or something, and
they was getting it in.
They was getting it on the kitchen table.
they went to Panama together.
Yeah, and they went to Panama together. Yeah, they got it in there too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But do you think she was loyal
to what?
Yeah, yes.
To Teddy or anything? I mean, I'm just asking questions. I think she was,
they wasn't like that.
I think she was
very cold-hearted too.
She was cold-hearted, but she told I ain't gonna even say because we that was in the later season.
We see how later on what happened with her and all that later on.
She was solid to Terry. I mean, to Teddy. To me, that's just me though.
I think so because she really could have turned later on when Teddy really got real bananas and crazy.
Yeah,
she could have really shut the
He could
whole
have
thing down.
messed. She could have. She knew She knew a
She
lot.
knew all. Yeah, she could have really have shut the whole thing down. I think she might have been solid with him. Yeah. Franklin goes and buy a motorcycle because he was waiting on the bus. Like you got all this. We had the money with him, right? Yeah, because he didn't have because he was bringing the money to Harvey from the brick he sold.
Mm-hmm.
And you carrying all that money in the street, and he was gonna take the bus. He ain't have no car, so he bought this motorcycle off from somebody off the street. When he gets to Harvey's house, Harvey's man had gotten gotten shot, right? Then when Franklin had to take his man to the hospital.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah.
Because he stole the man stole his bike. He got tired of riding on that bus.
Yeah,
He
especially if
said,
you got bricks and all that money, you cannot be riding no bus. You just can't do that.
exactly.
Yeah,
And he
anything
was
could
going.
happen.
He was going there and he was going in by himself. Just remember, people don't know this. Leon wasn't going with him
No,
anywhere.
at
It was
this
just
point,
him.
wasn't no Leon or Kevin and them yet. No. So
Okay.
now we meet the next door neighbor, Andre. Y'all, some people might know him, this actor from playing in Get Out? When he on
Get
Get
out.
Out?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the one who was
Andre.
running down the street all crazy, right? Running across the yard all crazy in the yeah.
Look at my baby. Look at my baby Melanie.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And she was fine.
I didn't like her later
Beautiful.
on, but she cool right now. She cool right now. We just in season 1. She's cool.
See,
Later
they
on,
just.
I ain't like her though.
I loved her, man.
Well,
I loved her. She
you
ain't
can't knock
deserve none of
her.
she got. She ain't
I
deserve
don't
none of
know. She
that.
got on. I don't know. Somebody. I think she. Let me go back and finish rewatching the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Then I may change my mind. You know, I
But
may
this
change my
is
mind because maybe I got to refresh in my brain again on her.
classic beauty, ready to go away to college, has her whole life in front of her. It's amazing. Loves. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. No, okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I was thinking she did something dirty, but actually, oh no, I didn't like her because of what it's something she did.
Yeah, but you got to
That part,
understand
yeah,
that wasn't her.
right,
It wasn't her.
yeah. She wasn't in her right mind at the time, and plus Franklin also did something too to
Yeah,
make
he
her
did
be
some.
like
He
that.
did something real worse than
Yeah,
me.
he did
She,
something. What? Yeah. So
Oh yeah.
I'm
even though
trying to
his
not.
damn
I'm
daddy
trying to
won't.
not say it so because
Even though the daddy
um.
just don't know how to mind his business.
But the father worked my nerves. Now I'm sorry. I mean, I ain't never liked Andre. No, he worked my
Okay,
nerves.
so I did because he was a dad, hardworking, looking out. He did not want to see his neighborhood be tarnished. Like that's just his personality. He believed in just like Teddy believed in the law. I mean, Teddy believed in whatever he believed in. He believed in the law. He was raising his daughter. Don't be around no wild ass boys. That was typical.
Who, Andre?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Just one being a cop. I ain't really fond of the cops and
Andre
anything.
was a coon, to be
I
honest with
didn't
you.
like him. Yeah,
He
I didn't like him. I do hear what
he
you're
did
telling me. And I
he
understand it, but I just didn't like this
he
guy.
did everything with them people, but he was a yes man to them white people.
Yes, especially
That's
because
the,
especially with the other cops and stuff. Oh my god!
he gonna
And they
let my
would sit there
man.
and talk
Oh
racist
my
stuff in front of him. I
God,
mean, he
bro!
wouldn't say nothing.
Exactly,
So yeah,
Oh, yeah.
exactly. He's sitting there talking racist about. He's sitting there laughing and giggling. Man, get Andre up out of here, bro.
yeah.
Never like
Well,
this
he did get
dude.
about it.
He did though, and I'm happy.
Yeah, but yeah,
That was
but
my
right
favorite
here,
episode too, and I was smiling too.
Oh, it's
yeah.
crazy. Stop it because I can't talk about it.
I know, no, I know. I'm gonna stop. Look. I'm the one hosting, and I'm up here running my mouth saying stuff. I thought these scenes was funny when Sissy took Franklin to her job, and I didn't like her guy she worked for. Now he was a pure racist,
Pervert too. He was touching
pervert,
them.
a sexist, and a racist, a perv. He was all of it. He
So
was all.
he
Touch it.
But this lady have y'all ever known anything about this? With the chicken feet and the milk and to put it up in the milk duds or something in the milk. I mean, the egg duck. She put milk and chicken feet and some other stuff and put it up in the thing where your heat unit is.
Why did you do that?
Remember the lady right here in the middle. She was a tenant Remember?
I mean, that's
Yeah,
spiritual stuff. That's so, everybody got their own
that's what I
spiritual
believe
beliefs.
too. That's what they didn't
Mhm.
really explain it, but that's what I thought too. I thought it.
They did that type of
To
stuff
make it
like in
stink. Okay.
Louisiana or whatever like that.
Yeah, that's like voodoo or something. But
Okay. That's what I was thinking, but I said, well, maybe I'm just not, But also, all in said to make it stink. That because also too. Remember, she was complaining that it was mold and stuff in the apartment,
mhm.
and Sissy was like, I guess Sissy was on to her game, and Sissy was like, Franklin, go up there and look up in the air duct and see what's going on. She probably knew the game,
Oh,
She's
she was
been doing
trying
it
to
for a
not
long
pay
time.
rent.
The
So she
lady was
was,
trying to not
yeah.
to pay the rent because she was saying that the place wasn't, and it didn't look like it was no good condition. Look at the stove and all that in the back. It was raggedy. Look at the whole place in the back. It was
The,
like slums.
the super was a slumlord, and he would have the black face go in to collect the money because he won't be
Right.
bothered with those people.
And
So
those people started yelling and screaming at her. And she even called this lady. He even called her a coon or something like that. She called her some kind of Aunt Jemima or something like that. She called her some kind of name, derogatory name like that.
yes,
Mm.
Yeah,
yes,
she
because she was working, and they felt like the same thing y'all feel about Andre. They felt like she was working for the man. You trying to take all our money in this poor A neighborhood. You working for this guy that don't even want nothing to do with us. Don't even want to come out here.
and
Don't
for
want to
those
fix nothing.
and for
Slum
y'all in the
landlord.
chat who has not, for people in this chat who has not seen Snowfall, when y'all get to the scene or to that season, when something happens to this man, y'all gonna be cheering. Y'all gonna be happy. I'm gonna say that because I did not feel bad. Nothing happened to this man. You know what I mean? So,
I
like,
forgot.
yeah, I
I
mean,
know what
what I mean?
happened to him.
Yeah, when what I'm saying, when Franklin
Franklin gave him that ultimatum.
Yo,
yeah,
Franklin, he
yeah,
turns. He just. I love y'all. Gotta watch this from beginning to
yeah.
end. You have
You
to
ready?
see the
Yeah,
way
I mean, really, once you watch
everyone changes.
those people who say they didn't see it, once they watch one episode, they not going to want to stop. They're going to have to get their popcorn, they drink, and all this their stuff. You ain't gonna want to get up off your sofa because you're gonna want to keep on watching the next episode because you gotta want to keep. It's not one of them shows. It's like, oh well, I come back to it next week. No, I was like, I got to see the next episode because something's gonna happen. So, but
Yeah,
this was disrespectful. He grabbed up on Sissy around her waist in front of Franklin.
Franklin is like, what?
He didn't like it. He never liked this man anyway. He always
Yeah,
wanted his mother to quit.
If y'all in here and y'all ain't watched Snowfall, y'all don't need to be watching this. Honestly, like y'all just need to go watch it. Like, just go watch it because there's gonna be some things that
But
we
see,
want to
we're not
insert.
explaining everything. These just, like showing these little pictures don't really give you the detail. Like right here, what happens here, they don't really
Hmm.
know why this happened. So they still got to go watch it. But Lenny
I
and
want to say why it happened though.
I mean, they even
Because
us
we
explaining it still don't really give it justice. Because so he goes to see Claudia. And Claudia they both was talking kind of slick back and forth to each other. Franklin,
spicy.
very spicy. Both of them were, and I guess she figured I'm going to teach him a lesson.
she robbed him.
And she had Ray and, was it Lenny? Ray and
Yeah,
Lenny.
yeah, he
They were at the
robbed him.
club and she had them, she went up to whispering something in their ear. And then next thing you know, Franklin goes, he was happy. He was leaving, going get on his motorcycle. He was heading on home with the money, and they gave him a 1-2 punch.
It took the bread.
Took the bread and everything, beat him up,
That's a
and
lesson though.
that was a lesson. And look,
Because
he
that
was
was
bloody.
never gonna happen again.
I
No,
like that though. That's why I be rocking with these. Well, like the Godfather of Harlots and The Wire and Raising Canaan and this because
Breaking
in
Bad.
Breaking
All these
Bad
shows was good.
because
Yeah,
you know why? Because they don't. You're not going. I'm not dissing nobody, but you're not going to always win.
you're
You got to
not gonna
Oh,
learn.
always
Like every
win.
drug dealer is not about to sit there
BMF.
and
That's
yeah.
why I'm not going. I'm sure most people know what happened, but I'm not going to mention it right now about what happened to Franklin at the end. But that's why I wasn't upset. Look, shout out to our guy Brillo. We love Brillo, but I remember at the time, and I didn't have a channel back then. That's when I was hopping on everybody else's channel. But I remember when Brillo was like, "I hate how everything ended. I did, and I'm not gonna say what happened, but I did. I was happy. I was fine with it because I think it showed the real. Every drug dealer not going to win all the time. It's something, it would be unrealistic. If you look at the movie Scarface, he didn't win. He
Hell
went
no.
out in a he didn't go out in the blaze of glory. He went out in the blaze, all right, but not glory.
I mean,
You know,
even if you look at the documentary, Queen, what is that, Queen Pins or whatever that thing is, they all lost. Well, that's
right?
why they
Ooh,
have to talk about
Queen
it.
fan,
'Cause
Yeah.
Queen fan.
Queen Pin.
The one on you talking about the one with on
With
the
the
beach?
real girls, Tanish, Tansha,
Yeah,
like
the one
all
that
the real
had
ladies,
the Snoop from the Wire was on it. The one that
The
the
Queen.
Trap
real
Queen,
Oh,
Trap
BMF
yeah.
Lala girl, the real
Trap,
one,
Trap, yeah, Trap Queens, yeah.
Right.
Trap Queens. All right,
Yeah,
sorry.
on BT, thing on BT Plus. Yeah, they that's fine. I mean, no, you're not gonna win. And those that may have gotten away, they were just probably a 1% of people. Most go to jail, you die, or you end up a bum or something. It's something you just don't just walk away and everything is just. You might can pick yourself back up and then you sitting on Trap Queens talking about it, but they probably went through a whole lot before they got doing good now. They went through a struggle. So I like the ups and downs. I like the ups and downs. And this was a lesson that Franklin had to learn. He got his tail kicked a bunch of times on this
He
show.
did.
Just in season 1 now. We ain't in season 2 or 3 or 4, but just in season 1, he has been threatened and beat up and a gun to his head and everything. He's had a lot going on with him.
Yo,
I think
Inga.
this is the one. I think that not to cut nobody. I think this is when he had to tell because he wasn't telling Leon none of this stuff.
No, but
Leon
he had to go
knew,
tell Leon
he
what
had to tell
happened.
Leon.
So that after what Claudia did, he had to go to. Well, she told him who it was, though. She did tell him the name. It was Ray Ray and Lenny or whatever. So he goes and tell Leon. Leon said, "Well, I think I know some people, and they found out. They said I know somebody who can help us, and that's how we get Carvel."
Yeah, hold on
Listen,
1 minute.
Aubrey
Hold on.
called him ice cream cake man because y'all know about the Carvel
I
cake. Yeah,
think
Oh, 1 minute. That's when Leon was like, "You, why you ain't tell me nothing about this? Da, 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 da. You gotta let me know." They had a little argument about it. He was
they
like, "For
did.
not, you ain't letting
Right,
that happen no more."
right.
shout out
And
to
that,
Leon, the soldier.
Yes,
Like
uh-huh.
I like.
Leon
I
gets
I
it
was I
full.
always liked. I know some
I
people
rock with
didn't.
Leon, man.
I know some people didn't like him
I ain't watching that
for
spin-off,
different
but I
times.
rock with him.
You watching it? Cut
I'm
it
gonna
out.
watch
No, I'm
it. I'm
not.
gonna
Cut it
watch it.
out.
If it's good,
I'm
we'll be up
not.
here talking about it, y'all. We gonna be up here
Y'all better
talking
hope
if it's
that
good.
joint get renewed. Y'all better hope it get more than one episode. I don't
All
want to
right,
talk
well, we'll
about it.
see when it get here. We'll see.
Hey,
But
it's
now
It
I'm
it,
ain't
gonna
going.
tell
They
y'all,
ain't getting picked
Detroit.
up
I know
again.
you ain't
So,
like Carvel. I
huh?
know you ain't like Carvel's ass. I know you didn't like him. This
Nah, I didn't
dude
like
was a
him.
menace.
I bet you Ray with that
So
was
this
his
when
biggest regret.
he told Leon what happened. They go and Carvel. He just told Carvel it was like $1,000 or so, a couple $1,000. He didn't tell him it was 30 grand.
Yeah.
He had like 30 grand or something that was missing. And but they go to Lenny's house. I'm not even because it's YouTube. I'm not going and I don't want to just mess. He
We ain't
did
even
some
got to
stuff.
talk about it.
No, we ain't got to talk about it. I just say this: he did some foul things to Lenny. Even though Lenny was, look, he did what he did, but damn, did he deserve that? That was wild.
Well,
It was
John
like one
Singleton,
of the
rest in
most
peace to you, man. You should have never put that in a movie, man.
I
no,
said,
I mean
well,
the
I
show. It
no,
was not needed,
Detroit.
bro.
it
At
was
least
needed. You know why?
No, it wasn't.
Because this was actually really going on and nobody was talking about it. And it's definitely I realized that it was going on a lot.
I got family that live in LA that's been living there for a minute. They was disappointed that didn't happen.
well,
You
how
know
we
what I
know it
mean?
didn't happen? This wasn't like in the
Because
street. This is in somebody's house with closed
no,
doors.
but
How
I'm
we know
just
these
talking
things
about
ain't
that.
this ain't
No,
happening?
man, I'm not giving this a
I have
pass. You
heard
don't
that
put
that
you
mess
don't put
happened.
this on no TV show. That's one of the reasons why Tupac didn't. People didn't want him to do that movie because he was gonna add that scene. This was
Yeah.
not needed. He didn't need to do that, bro. Like I
Well, wait
talked
a
to
minute.
plenty
We
of people
do
from the
know
West
that.
Coast that
Well,
said that stuff wasn't happening like
wait a
that.
minute. Detroit, don't act like you don't know that there are brothers who go to
They do
prison, and
this.
when they do things in prison too, and then when they come home,
They do this.
it does happen.
This dude is not a prison dude though. This is a hood.
Dude, this happens. I've heard about it. Like, but the thing is, people are never gonna talk about it. But this was definitely happening.
Free Ray Ricky Ross, the dude that said that none of this stuff was happening. How y'all gonna tell?
How does he know what was going on?
Because he's a street dude. Y'all can't tell nobody what they was doing just
You
because
don't know
y'all
what
was
street I
hearing it.
come from. I know what people.
I'm not saying that
Man.
didn't happen. I cannot co-sign to say I know for a fact that this never happened and this is some Disney made up stuff.
Okay. I ain't trying to. I'm just saying it was not. This is not needed for TV.
I'm just saying, but to say it never happened ever in real life, how we,
It
know, what I'm saying
happened.
that how we know that look, there is a just like Omar from The Wire, they are guys like that. They're thugs, but they still get down with men.
Let me say something real quick.
It does happen.
Because if y'all ever listen to it, there's a Hot 97 interview with Ray J. Now you can Google this, look it up. He literally said, "Yo, you playing around? I know some people," and he says all of this, and he says it normal. And then they was like, "Yo, did he just say this?"
Ray J's a cokehead. Nobody believe nothing he say, man. He's a cokehead. I don't believe.
No, this is like 5 and 6 years ago. Before he was like
on coke. He was on coke when he did that.
He's been on coke, lean, and all that kind of stuff.
Exactly. I don't take none of Ray J talking about.
That wasn't.
I mean, well, I'm not co-signing no Ray J, but I
know people. That will
XYZ. Yeah, I know.
Yes.
I'm not saying they won't do that. I'm just saying back then you're not gonna sit there when you're getting money, then you're gonna sit there and do that now in jail and stuff like that. Yeah, and then Omar, yes, he was, he was a gay character and stuff like that. And I rock with Omar. That's one of my favorite characters.
Was my favorite, one of my favorite
characters. Yeah, I like Omar. I
love
his character, but he wasn't going around doing that. Yes, he was kissing his boyfriend.
But one thing, Omar didn't go around RAPE people. He wasn't doing that.
But it does happen once, and it's not often. It happens.
It ain't like it's advertised. But it does happen.
Right, but the way he put that in there, it's just like it's just an agenda to just put that in there. He know he didn't need to put this in.
I mean, sometimes things are. Now, I will give you this that you're right on, because this is still Hollywood. This is the TV world. We know there's always an agenda. We always know there's an agenda. So. Sometimes these shows do got to sprinkle a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
Yeah, they did that.
For sensation.
Because it's emasculating that man. Like, I remember seeing them when it happened. I ain't gonna say what they said, but it was like, man, I feel bad for that guy. They better
not do it on the paid in full, because I'm gonna be mad. Okay, so
no, they ain't gonna do that. They ain't doing that.
Cameron ain't coming for that. You know how he be with the pause this and the pause that. So
this is horrible, man.
Well, I agree with RC. Even though we know what happened, I'm glad we didn't see it.
Thank God.
Yeah,
that would have been a problem.
Yeah, that would have been a big problem. I'm glad we didn't have to see it. We didn't have to see it.
I don't want to see from a man, and I don't want to see it from a woman neither.
Oh no, I don't like to see a woman get the R word. I don't like that either.
That's not entertainment.
Yeah, that's not entertainment at all. And I don't like it.
I didn't like it when I was looking at What Love's Got to Do with It. When he did that to Tina Turner, I turned it off. I ain't trying to see that crap, man.
Yeah, I didn't like. Yeah, because
that's no entertaining in that. That's embarrassing. Like
it's upsetting.
They do what they do is they have black people. They try to sit there and support that crazy culture and just try to put that on us, and that's all we do. We don't do that type of stuff, man. Like yes. You
can't say that, because if we pull up the statistics or numbers, we in there too. I ain't
not like other races though, not like white people. They the ones that do that type of stuff.
Unfortunately,
you can't say that black men or whatever ain't going around doing this. Come on now, we can't.
Bad things happen, and not everybody's good. Like, it just happens.
That's not a bad thing. That's horrible. I know you like Snowfall, but it was horrible.
But
Lenny was an asshole, but excuse me.
Hold on. Who thought that was funny or fun?
A lot of horrible. I mean, just to say it was horrible. Don't show no R scene.
Barbara.
I don't want to see no R scene on TV. Don't need to be shown.
What I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, you've seen the way this guy acted out after that. Mm-hmm. Like, his whole demeanor, everything changes. Some men go through that and they don't know how to connect. Like, that is true.
See, they didn't give us any backstory on Carvel, so we don't know
They
if he's been
definitely
in
did. That's all
jail
I was
or
saying.
yeah, we
Yeah,
didn't. We
but
don't know nothing
yeah.
about. We know he was like a street dude, probably part of a gang or something, but we didn't know any.
And,
No, I
But
meant the
we
guy that was
didn't
like
have
that's
no
what
back.
I
We
finding
didn't have
him.
no backstory on this
and
guy.
that's what I was basically saying. They just went to it like if you would have got a backstory, like okay, this dude is a part of that could, I ain't gonna say that, Joe, but
Yeah,
you
I
know what I mean. If
understand.
you,
Yeah,
I would
but
have been like, you know what, I
they
could
didn't have all
respect
them
it.
letters back then. So
Yeah, I would have respected. I'm like, yo, this kind of made this. Hey, he had to put this scene in here, but he just sat there working with them,
well,
tied them up, did what he did. They ain't even explain this
no,
dude
I mean, beating
history.
them up. I was for beating them up. Like you steal my money and you beat me up, I'm gonna beat you up. And but the R thing that was a bit much.
It was a lot, but
Because Leon looked at him, and like both Leon and Frank had looked at Lenny, was like, dang,
They
like
ain't stopping
they
either.
almost felt sorry for him, even though he was
they
the
did.
one.
I felt sorry for him. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, because he didn't. Oh yeah, he didn't deserve all that. But what about when he got that baseball bat? If somebody hits you in your chest with a baseball bat, you can't breathe. Like he was just torturing this man. Like Carvel
He,
was a menace, real bad. Like he's somebody who needs to stay locked up. He don't need to be on the street.
no, that man is a menace.
Definitely a menace. Well, Carvel ended up look, he took all the money and
Yeah,
he
he
said,
said
oh,
F that.
yeah, he took all the money and ate the man's cereal in the in the house, eating the man's food. Because they was in there probably for hours, but he took all the money and didn't give Franklin nothing.
And this is where Franklin learned, like, if you want something done, you can't be running to everybody else. You're gonna have to handle it yourself.
Well, wait a minute. Then Uncle Jerome, he gave him a piece, right? And he said, "What you gonna do with the piece?" And if you got a piece, you're gonna have to use it. But Frank ain't never had no piece before. He ain't never had no pow.
Nope.
So,
What episode is this though?
this was around.
This get this
Oh
like
man.
about
It
4 or
gotta
It
5,
be.
was
right?
in the middle. Yeah, it was something about 4 or 5. It got to be like 4 or 5 in the middle.
Okay, I was asking.
Yeah.
We about to get to the barbecue, right?
Um. Yeah. Right. But
Fourth of
look,
July thing.
Carvel bought. He took that 30 grand or whatever, how much it was. He bought. Each rim was what Leon said. The rims was $800 a piece. So if you got 4
Dang.
rims, 800 times 4, then plus he bought a new Cadillac, and he had all the bitches up in there and all the liquor. And I'm just keep it real. Look, he all the liquor, and they probably was doing the cocaine and everything. They was in there partying, so
Yeah, they was going crazy.
they was going quick, but they was able to get him. But Franklin was scared. He didn't know nothing about using no weapon and doing nothing. But thank goodness for Leon.
Leon is my
Mhm.
baby. They all my babies, except
Um.
the other one, the other friend.
Oh
He got
yeah,
on my
Kevin.
nerves.
Yeah, Kevin got on my nerves. Yeah, he was with he right now. He's not a problem, but he's going to become a problem later. But so they take the car over to Harvey because they were trying to. This is the money that they were supposed to be paying Harvey back for, and
Oh, I be wanted that bread too.
he
Wait, sorry, real quick. The friend that we don't like, isn't that that's Lulu though?
That's Lulu. Yeah,
Lulu, shout out to
yeah.
Lulu. He's a good
Shout out to
actor.
Malcolm Mays. Malcolm Mays.
Because
Yeah.
you wouldn't even realize
and,
it.
he's really from LA. He is from and his family is part of the gang
It's
culture out
Tukey,
there
Tukey,
too.
Tukey.
Yeah, his family's from there.
Hmm.
So he got ties to all of that. Yeah. So
He's
Y'all
a
don't
good
like him? Y'all
actor.
didn't like him on the show?
Because I hated him in
not
this
on
show.
Snowfall, no, but
I
on
love him in.
Raising Canaan. No,
I
I'm
liked him in
down with
season.
Lulu.
I liked him in season 1 and half of season 2. I don't think we ain't gonna get to season 2 right now, but season 1 he was solid.
I don't
All
like.
that said, Debo didn't have nothing on him. Now Debo and Friday was a bully, but we didn't see him doing nothing to nobody. Y'all know what I'm saying.
Right.
He bullied everybody in the neighborhood. The guy next door to Ice Cube, to Craig, to Smokey. Debo bullied everybody, but he never violated nobody. We didn't see him do that. Thank God. That would have messed up the whole Friday. We, had he did that. That would, yeah. But so he thought that he could give them the car and that would be like as payment. And he was like, nah, and he had the body in the back of the car. You know, because he wasn't dead, he just was.
Yeah, he said, I got the guy.
Yeah,
I'll
what
be
what
like,
Harvey do? Harvey gave him a shovel and
it's
said,
your problem.
this is your problem, and then you still got to come back with my money, you know.
Yeah.
Franklin did not want to pull the trigger.
No, yeah, see, right here he was scared because look, could you imagine riding down the highway with a body in the back, and the body is not dead, and when he bust in through the back of that Cadillac, that was scary.
Leon said he'd do it though.
Leon, he's my baby.
When he tore through the back of that Cadillac. That back then when you could, them cars was easy to kind of tear through. But he's a strong guy too.
Franklin, you pussy, man. You should have
Yeah,
did
but this
it.
he never pow nobody before. He never
Well, he
probably
should have
held a
thought
gun
about that
before.
before he got into the drug business. Then you have to taking these people money and on the scooter and got robbed, and you supposed to take care of that.
He was just, I don't know what he was going to try to do, but you know, I think they just left his body out there because they didn't probably get no shovel. I mean, they had the shovel, but I'm sure they ain't dig no hole. You know, it's not easy to dig a hole, y'all, in no dirt like that.
Oh, tell us, Inga. Look.
They was in a valley. They
No,
was
I ain't never did it now. I'm just saying, but I'm sure it ain't easy to dig no hole, and especially deep enough to get a big, and he's a big guy. I don't even know how they got him in the car. They probably was struggling.
Yeah.
Said that business going to test your abilities. Yeah. And Leon was about that action. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, we ain't got the season 2. We're gonna have to pick another date to get together, and maybe next week or week after, whatever. We'll pick another date to talk about season 2. But yeah, so anyway, Carvel, he gone. And he deserved to be gone after what he did. Even though I did not like Lenny or Ray Ray, but however, that was just not called for, and he had to go. You know, he had to go. So
and Franklin could not muster it up, so Leon said, "I got you."
Yeah, Leon got See, Franklin wasn't the Franklin that everybody know later on. He wasn't there yet. He wasn't there yet. Yeah. So he ended up selling his motorcycle. So the money for the motorcycle and the car, he got enough money to go ahead and pay Harvey back. And he told Harvey, "Look, I'm out the game. I'm done.
I'm done."
Yeah, because he's
not for me.
He was nervous.
He had just at the beginning. We ain't even got deep into the minutia thing. He been beat up. He been robbed, beat up, had a gun in his face. He been through so much just at the beginning of this thing. So I wouldn't want to keep it going. But we ain't talk. We got to talk a little bit more about Teddy. So Teddy and Alejandro goes down. What is that on the Panama, right? I think they was in Panama.
Yeah.
And this lady, I think that's his wife, Alejandro's wife. Or child's mother, whichever. I think they might have been married, but they all was working. I forgot what they called them, but it was some type of military or something. But they all was working for the government. They was working for Alejandro worked for his government. Teddy worked for the American government. They was all in cahoots together. And y'all remember when it was a little boy who was on the camp? Turned out that little boy was a spy.
Yeah.
That lady right here took the little boy out.
And you see what happened in BMF, and everybody kept saying, "Oh, he's a little boy." Teddy kept saying, "He's a little boy."
Yes, same thing. I thought about that. I thought about that.
That little boy stuff don't mean nothing when you in another country.
That little boy, and he was talking to Teddy and playing with the little monkey who was running around through the camp and all. And he thought he was just an innocent little kid.
Nah,
because even Teddy was green during this time too. Not just Franklin, but Teddy was too. A lot of things was first for him too.
Yeah, this is first Teddy. I mean, Big Teddy. Remember, he was just working on the desk.
He was just working the desk. Yeah, this is all new for him. He had to convince them. His boss right here, what was his name? James. That's his James. This guy James worked at the CIA. He had to convince him that he was the man for the job. You know, because you're right. He was just working at the desk. And same like with Franklin, both of them evolved and changed. What for the, I ain't gonna say for the good, but they both changed. You said it earlier, Mina. They had evolved or evolution of all of them.
Yeah, everybody did
I
though.
think everybody had
Nobody's staying the same. I'm not who I was when I was 14 or
no, exactly.
19.
No, exactly. Yeah. So this guy here, Pedro, he was so jealous of Gustavo being involved in the business. And that's Lucia's father. And he's sickly and dying. The uncle, it was like evil. He had evil in his eyes. This actor here always play one of these types of characters all the time. I don't know his name, but this actor always play whenever there's a Mexican role, a Latino role, and there's somebody doing something crazy. He's usually that guy.
Oh yeah, he gonna do it. He gonna play
He's been in a lot
guy.
of things, but he always plays some kind of evil guy. But he's good at it. He ain't taking nothing from him. But but I think he went on and told his father the whole thing. He confessed that they robbed him, and the whole thing with Lucia and Gustavo, and I mean that was just crazy. He was just so jealous of them. He was so, and I don't know. I don't understand. Maybe because I know y'all said because he wanted to keep his family close, but he just seemed weird to me. Like he was so obsessed with his cousin, though.
I mean, that's not off the table. It's a possibility, but I know a lot of people I know for a fact they didn't like outsiders because look at.
Oh yeah, that's true. Now I agree with that. I agree. He just pissed me off. That's all.
No, I'm not about to say no weird stuff or whatever.
No,
like
I ain't
that,
gonna say nothing weird.
I ain't gonna say nothing. But
when
I first saw this, and I looked at it again and again, he kind of you hit it right on the nose. And he obsessed with his cousin, but
yeah, it's weird.
Like he got feelings for her, low key.
That's what I'm saying. I wasn't trying to say it like incest.
Yeah.
But it's just like, but I do agree with what Amina said. That's why I was wanting to get everybody's different opinion.
I know what
sometimes I be thinking the words, so don't.
Yeah, I mean, and you already know me and you here. I understand what you were saying, man. Like,
but I was like, why is he tripping like on her? And then why would you were so upset about everything that you go and tell your father, knowing that he was gonna go and try to take over the business.
It's weird to me, but I mean, oh my God, in the 80s, incest was a thing, man, and it was kind of weird because you'd be like, you know what I mean? Like you ask questions, you just like, never mind. And this was he was giving me.
Yes, here you go. RC got it right here. It's almost like Tony Montana and his sister.
And his sister, yeah.
That's the way I was going with it.
Kind of like how Donald Trump and his good daughter.
Because Tony Montana on Scarface, he was crazy too. Why are you that? I understand you might not want your homeboy. Detroit, you might not want your homeboys messing around with your sister. But you ain't gonna get to the point you so obsessed and you're gonna pow him, and he was crazy too.
He was controlling and he was weird. He was a weirdo for that.
She and even said that. And I remember in Scarface, she even said that. What you want to F me? Why you want to be with me? She started taking off her clothes. And that was toward the end. And that's in Scarface we're talking about. Yeah, that's
I know. Yeah,
right. Now make me go back. I love Scarface. I can watch that movie
for sure.
anytime. I think Tamika reviewed it a while back. I never reviewed it, but it's a great movie.
But the way he looking at his cousin, he was attracted to his cousin, man. I'm sorry. It was weirdo. It was giving me them vibes, man.
Oh, the girl and the cousin, Miss Society. I ain't get that in Miss Society. You talking about homeboy said, look at here, partner. I ain't get that with him and his cousin.
Nah.
Him and Eileen. And I ain't get that with them. I get what you saying all in, but I got that more with Tony Montana and his sister. Like, it's just weird. But maybe just people, it might just be like, we don't want no outsiders coming close into the family.
No, so that ain't it, because
I'm gonna take it with a mean to say, but I don't.
We don't want no outside, but I ain't gonna be attracted to my cousin.
That's what I'm saying. It's like if I walked in and I saw my cousin and somebody getting down, I'm like, "Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry." I walk out the room.
Exactly. That's kind of weird.
Mad. He acted like he was mad. Like I wish that had been me instead of Gustavo. I don't know.
I
Mhm.
mean, like I said, it's a possibility.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, we just throwing stuff out. We don't know, but
What Cam
they
said,
didn't. They didn't
kissing
look. They didn't go
cousins,
more.
that's disgusting.
Yeah, kissing cousin is. Yeah,
Hey,
that's a real
let's keep
thing,
it up.
y'all. Kissing
Let,
cousin is a real
it
thing. So
is. Keep it a buck. Like
it's
it's
a
a
real
couple
thing.
cousins that be attracted to their cousins, and I scratch my head like, dog,
Yeah, I
that's
know.
your
There's
family,
people.
my
No,
nigga.
that
Like,
still goes on. People who marry their
Yeah,
third
people marry
cousin,
their
their
cousins.
fifth cousin, and all that. I'm like, I don't
ugh.
care if you're the 100th cousin. You still cousin. If you marry into my family, you cousin. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I don't even care if you get divorced. I got people who have got divorced. They ain't even with the people no more. When I see them, hey, what's up, cousin? You still cousin for life. You still my cousin.
Mhm.
So I just don't play them games like that. No, I don't. No. Mm-mm. That's just me. But I'm not saying he did. We
Oh,
see. We
that's
didn't
me
see.
too. I ain't gonna lie.
We
That's
didn't
me
see. We
too.
didn't see
I don't play
Pedro
with
do
me.
this. So I'm just don't. I'm just talking crazy. But we didn't see. I'm just saying his actions, his face, how he was acting around her. That's where I was coming with it. But um, anyway, so now we find out that
Teddy.
this this is the missing girl who was at the house when they was at initially episode 1 or whatever it was, and they was at the house. They had that big party. The guy Logan died. He took that girl out, not knowing she had a sister, and the blonde haired girl. I don't think I got no pictures of her, but that blonde haired girl who Teddy was going all around town pretending to be somebody, trying to, I understand what he was trying to do. He was trying to find out all her moves so that he can know how to handle the situation of this
Yo,
girl
you see how
missing.
trifling he was? He was always sneaky as heck, Teddy.
Mm. But I mean, but what you think? Do you think Alejandro was right to unalive this girl's? Not only did he unalive this girl, Kristen, on the poster, but her sister who was looking for her.
No, because Teddy already handled it. It was already handled. She was going back. She was
She
leaving.
she was actually leaving. Yeah. Remember at one point though, she found a photo or something because they kept saying it's the guy who looked like Freddie Mercury from Queen, and they and he kind of do look like Freddie Mercury with the hair slicked back and the mustache and everything.
Kind of do.
He do kind of look like he could have played him in that movie. He could do look like Freddie Mercury, but but see, Teddy, this was all new to him too. Just like Franklin didn't want to pow nobody. Teddy really didn't know, probably didn't want to do it, but he was depressed after that. After he took, I think that might have been his first unaliving.
Yeah, that was his first
Yeah, and he had
that's
to
a
chop the
shot.
bodies up and get rid of the bodies. He had to do a whole lot.
His partner
So
messed the situation up though. He
he
had no
did.
choice.
He really had no choice. Because now if this girl's missing, then you got two family members that's missing
Uh-huh.
because they were sisters. So if one sister's missing, is one thing, but now the second one missing, oh, that'll probably bring the FBI and everybody out looking for two white girls missing. You know how they feel about white girls missing
Yeah.
because
Yep.
they
In the
sure
80s
don't give a
too.
darn with no black girl missing like that. But when the white girl missing, that's on like breaking news on every damn channel, everything. So yeah, he had to do what he had to do, but anyway, Alejandro is gone, so we didn't really get more of him after that. That was it for him. So this is when they had that 4th of July party. Now I know y'all know about block parties and neighborhood
Hmm.
parties and stuff, because I grew up, we did stuff like this, and like people in the neighborhood, one person come out with the grill, then the next neighbor come out with the music, and next thing you know, everybody is out and having a good time. This happened a lot when I was a kid. My parents, and then the neighbors next door and everybody, and it just become one big party, you know. And no, it was always like 4th of July or a Memorial Day or something to that effect like that. So, and then Jerome gets on top of the house and trying to light the fireworks and damn near burn the roof, you know.
With
These are good old times.
That was the good old times. And they was playing. Oh, this is one thing I didn't bring up. Snowfall had a great soundtrack throughout the whole series.
oh
Old
yeah.
school songs. Oh, it's just, I loved it. And they
Every
picked up,
time I hear everybody loves sunshine, I think of
yes,
Melanie and all of that. Like
yeah.
the
I mean,
opening.
yeah. They
Feel
picked
what
the
I
right
feel.
songs for the right scenes and the right era. They didn't try to throw a Young Thug song in there or some current stuff in there. Like BMF
Right.
did that mess too. I think in one of them scenes they tried to throw a current. I'm like, wait a minute, that song didn't even come out when the during that era. So they did their research, is what I'm saying. They did their
Godfather
research.
Harlem did it too.
Godfather Harlem also too. Oh no, Godfather Harlem is different. They did pick. They are playing current music,
They
right?
play Kermit for Swiss Beats.
Yeah, they're doing it, but I'm not mad at them for some reason. I think it's done well. It's not. I'm not mad at that,
The
but
Duke
at them. But
Dopey.
they picked the right songs for the right era, for the right. Same like on Raising Canaan. Raising Canaan is the '90s. They
Right.
picking hip hop songs and R&B songs of the '90s, and that's what they playing. So
Snowfall and Raising Canaan do it the best though.
they do it. They did it the best. I have to say yes. I agree with that. I agree
Thank
with
you.
that.
Me too. I agree.
Yes, I agree. And so this is where we meet Alton. Now, what y'all think about him just at the beginning right here? Like we ain't
Well,
not we found out he was a Black
uh,
Panther, and then he got, when things fell apart with the Panthers, which everybody, a lot of people, most of us know the story of the backstory on the Panthers and how that all due to COINTELPRO and all of that, how that fell apart. But however, he became a drunk, and Sissy threw him out in the street, and he became homeless. So, you know, do we like him yet or not yet? Or where we at with him
Here,
right
I didn't like him. Here, because I didn't know who he was. I just was like, oh, get out of Franklin. I don't want to be bothered with you. I don't want to be bothered with you.
Yeah, and
we
Sissy
met
definitely,
him.
Sissy came up in his face. She said, "What the hell you doing here?" you know,
I mean, Franklin wanted his daddy because he saw him on the
and,
street in
yeah, he
episode
went.
one.
Yeah, and then he went to the clink to go get him. He bailed him out
Hmm.
and they let him come in there and take a shower, put on some clean clothes, clean his
Yeah.
stuff up. Yeah. So look, I think every boy and girls too, for that matter, because I know I'm a daddy's girl, want their dad. You know what I'm saying? So when
Right.
your dad is not in the home and you never, I mean, it's like you might say, I don't give a damn about him, I don't care, but deep down, you want whatever that parent that's missing, even if it's your mother that's missing, whatever parent that's missing, you want them. So he wanted his dad around. He just was angry, like it's natural. I'm angry that you're a bum. I'm angry that you are not here for me, but I still love you, and I'm
Hmm.
going to help you if I see you on the street. You know what I mean? So I understand this. I understand that part of it. But Sissy wasn't having it. She didn't want him there. But what made me upset, Amina, is that when Franklin had his issue right here, he just walked out and just walked away.
I'm
I
trying to remember,
think
what issue did Franklin have again?
No, remember they was
um
out there at the party, and the cops or somebody called the cops about the
somebody thought
fireworks.
doing
It was the
fireworks and
fireworks on the roof type of thing. They said,
yeah,
Sissy came to him and said, "Listen, that's why Sissy was up in the cops' face. Said, look, we do this every year. It's a
yeah,
4th of July. Look, let's
and
calm down." She was trying to talk to the cop calmly, and he
yeah.
was just being a racist
And
dick.
then Franklin said something smart.
Yeah, he
You know
was
what I
like,
mean?
"F the police." He didn't say "F the police," but it was something like, something to
And
set it off, and then
and then the
he
guy
choked
got
him.
crazy.
Yeah,
He got
he put the chokehold on. That's because that's back when, and the cops were especially in LA, were allowed to, not really all around the country at that time. They
Yeah.
were
hmm
allowed to do the chokehold. Now,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of places it's illegal now to do the chokehold, but
Mm-hmm.
they still do it because you see what happened to Eric Garner, rest in peace,
hmm
and quite a few other people. The list is so long, we'll be up here all night and mention everybody's name that the police and took out. So, but or like what happened to um I hate when I can't remember somebody's name. The one in Minnesota. Um, y'all know who I'm talking about with the
George
foot.
Floyd.
George Floyd, thank you. Yeah, my
Mm-hmm.
mind just went blank for a second. George Floyd. I mean, that knee on the neck and choking people and all that. They were definitely doing that a lot in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. and unfortunately, even in the 2000s, it was still going on. So, but it's like almost like a little, it wasn't a riot, but a little uproar happened. But Alton walked away. And I
That's
was
so
like, damn, as a
disrespectful.
father,
Yeah,
you would think, but I know he had a disdain for the cops because of the Black Panther aspect.
but just his son.
But that's your son. Thank you. I was,
You want to be all up in Teddy face? No, let me
yeah,
stop.
yeah.
And he
Yeah,
just bailed
yeah.
you out. I think he bailed him out already, right?
Oh, he said
Uh,
these nuts. That's what
yeah,
RC said. Okay. I knew he said something that was, a little slick, whatever. And
he got I think
but
that's
he
when
Franklin didn't get arrested, but he definitely got kind of choked up by the cop, and they end up
his
rape.
daddy ain't do nothing. He just walked away.
Yeah, I didn't like Alton
That was
in the
weak. That was
beginning.
weak
No,
for that.
I didn't like him. I thought that was wrong of him. And
He
then
could have, yeah.
but what about this scene here? The left head the bottom where they face to face. Franklin cursed at him, and he said,
Yeah.
and I can't remember the line now, but pretty much he was like, "Who you think you talking to?" Like, but it's funny how a parent who is not there, and they're not there to raise you, they're not in your life, but yet if you say something wrong, they say, "Who you think you talking to?" And I'm like, you ain't been around, so why I gotta show you damn respect? You know what I mean? So I
Right.
don't know. I got mixed feelings about that. These absentee fathers or mothers for that matter, because it's mothers too. It ain't just the dads. I hate when they give mothers the pass, because it's some trifling mothers out there too.
It might
And
be mothers be. It is
it's
some
some
mothers
trifling
out
mothers
there,
out there.
boy.
I call, me, Detroit. I call it down the middle with both
Uh-huh.
of them. Yeah, I don't be just saying all these men. No, it's be the women too. It be some trifling one. Said I didn't had a couple of them in my damn family that didn't raise their kids, and other people was raising them. So I mean, and I'm talking about the women. So that's
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So that's why I can speak on that. But yeah, I went backwards. I'm sorry. Wait a minute there. Where did I mess up? Yeah, so right here, Alton was wrong. He was wrong, but he told Kevin and Leon that they're gonna go and see Avi and get things back going. So they went to go see Avi. He ended up getting 4 bricks, and Claudia said, "No, I only need 2," and he's trying to figure out how he gonna sell the other 2. He talking to Jerome, and Jerome was like, "Look, I told you, you don't want to be messing with this with that cocaine, And then I wonder why we didn't see more of Bokeem Woodbine, the actor, because I think he would have been phenomenal on this show. We only got 2 scenes of him in season 1, and that's it. We never saw him no more.
Who was that
Yeah.
again?
He at the bottom here, Bokeem Woodbine, the actor. He
Yeah.
played. He was a contact of Jerome's, and he's the one that gave him the address to the Oakland situation, right?
Okay.
Yeah. To get
No, no, no.
meet with the
I know I'm
plug.
wrong. I'm wrong. Not to Oakland, to
The
the
cook,
Mexicans,
the chef.
the Mexicans that Oso and them was also connected with. Let me see. Do I got these people? These Mexicans
Okay.
up here. He gave them the address. He was a friend of Jerome, but Jerome was trying to steer him from not getting involved with the Mexicans and
They
all of
kept
that.
saying no, and
Yeah,
and
but
his
he went
boy
behind
Kev.
Jerome's back and sorted and so on. And yeah, he went behind Jerome's back and did it anyway. Well, he ended up going to these Mexicans that Lucia and Gustavo was trying to cut a deal with and work with them. And that's how he ended up seeing Oso again. That's so he knew him as Oso, as the wrestler. But they didn't know what each other was doing yet. So they not working together yet. So and then Hernan, the guy in the wheelchair, he was a foster brother to Gustavo. They grew up together in the foster home. So he knew that he had the connections to get to this guy. This guy's like must be some Mexican gang leader or something in the area or something. So Franklin shouldn't have came there by himself, because he showed up, remember, and one guy was like, "What you doing in this neighborhood? Why are you here?" You can't just be showing up in certain neighborhoods. And
That
especially if you look like you stand out too, you just can't do that.
Mm-mm.
They don't want your black. They say they don't want that black ass nigga there. That's basically what the message
That like
said.
yeah, they don't like out. That's why I was saying that they don't like outsiders. But then like even in the neighborhood when I was young, where I grew up at, you know how like, they joke about you going to these girls' houses, and if they in certain places, you're not gonna get out of there. But that's how my neighborhood too was too. Like run me your sneakers. Now,
Right. That's what. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, you
He
gotta be
would have been
careful, and that's
gone.
I don't care what state you in. There's always a neighborhood that's like, if you don't know nobody who actually live here, why are you here? People know you just stand out. They know you're not from there. You don't look like you from here. You know, some neighborhoods, everybody in the neighborhood know everybody. So who are you coming to see? And especially him being black, this was a Latino neighborhood. I'm like, what you doing here? So, but he, you know, he was bold. One thing I say about Franklin, he was bold. He didn't mind doing it by himself. He didn't mind doing this by himself, but this didn't work out. He got his mother's car, the glass busted up, and he got once again he get beat up again. Here's another time Franklin get beat up. He was getting beat up a lot.
he was.
Now we talk about the Oakland. They was taking a trip to Oakland because Kevin first said, I have a cousin up there in Oakland who can give us a connect and hook up and all that. Not knowing about the crack yet. He just said, I have a cousin. Well, they went up there. Leon and Kevin went up there, started partying and having a good time, and they never even met up with no cousin. Franklin, it was always about business. He never was about partying and being.
He didn't drink or nothing.
He didn't know. He wasn't
Irony.
into that. No, he wasn't into that. The iron, yes. Foreshadowing moment, like Moochie always say.
Yeah.
The foreshadowing moment later on. But yeah, he was not for. He was about business. So while they was partying, looking for the cousin and all that, he started walking through. Now that's another thing you don't do is just go in some. I wouldn't come up to y'all's neighborhood and just randomly started walking through streets and neighborhoods and going in places. I don't know where I'm going. You could be, but he wasn't. Guess he wasn't scared. He went around in this neighborhood. He saw this girl, this white girl, who took him to some other dealers in the park. They was selling the free base. And this was when we meet up with Swim, who played by RZA from Wu-Tang. I know I love my Wu-Tang, And he said, I'm either swimming in some money or swimming in some PUSSY, so but I wish we had seen more of Swim, but that was the only one time we saw him. But they probably couldn't afford RZA, so they probably couldn't keep him, on a regular basis. But once Franklin knew how to make it, he just didn't need Swim no more anyway.
RZA's a good actor, man. I don't know why people he's a good actor though, bro. Like,
yeah, he needs to do more. He needs to do more.
Maybe he'll be in Paid in Full. We'll see. I don't know.
I don't know.
No, he might be in the karate movie by then.
Yeah, he always doing something, and he always doing something. But but Amina, don't you agree that once Franklin knew the formula, he didn't need to go?
But he knew that. That's why he said, "I'm not going to sell where you are. Just teach me one." That's why he paid him all that money up front. That's why he did all of that. He gave him a lot up front because he's like, "I just want to learn." If you're teaching somebody, that's it.
Yeah. And it do, and when you do look at crack, it do look like this, like some bars of soap. You wouldn't,
right. I would have did that too, though. Not to cut you up, my bad, Inga. I would have took the money too, because Oakland and LA is damn near probably like 4 hours away. If that, it's probably longer than that.
No, it's longer than 4.
Yeah, it's longer
than 4. Drive.
That's a long drive.
It's probably 7-8 hours. It's a good long drive.
Yes, it's a long ride. So
yeah,
I mean, it ain't gonna hurt me. You go do what I'm gonna do what I do in Oakland. You do what you do in LA.
Yeah, because Oakland and LA are two. It's almost, even though they're in the state of California, they really separate people. They're separate things. Everything is separate. You know what I mean? It's a lot of differences between Oakland and LA. So you can
be the same. They don't even talk like each other.
They don't talk the same. The music is different. I mean, look, you got Too Short, you got E40, you got Mac Dre, you got all them from that Bay Area. And then, then you got down to LA, you got like the whole Dr. Dre, Snoop, and all. They sounds are totally different. Totally different. So
it's kind of crazy though, because Oakland, so somebody who came here from Oakland who visited for the first time here, he felt like we talk just like them. If you listen to, Bay Area music, if you listen to
I
us
like
music,
the
it's the
area
same.
music.
It's
Like I'm
kind
an
of like the
E40.
same. You know
I'm
what
an
I mean?
E40 fan. I'm a Too Short fan. I
hmm
mean, so I listen to some. So I don't know everybody, but I do listen to some people from the Bay. Yeah.
We got Spice One,
Spice One. Oh man, I used to rock him
Richie
back in the day.
Rich.
Richie Rich still rocking. He's still putting out good music
Uh-huh.
right now. I like La Russell.
Yeah.
He's a newer guy. Yeah, I like some Bay Area people. I actually do. So well, that's some it's like that. I'm sure like New York State is a big state, but if each place is separate, like if you upstate New York.
No. Oh yeah.
I'm saying what Detroit is saying is true. Like if someone who live in Buffalo,
Yeah.
they might eat different, dress different, act different than somebody that's in Queens or Brooklyn or something like that. It's told you still in the state of New York, but y'all lives and everything is different.
Yeah, but the 5 boroughs is like the same. It's
The 5
different.
boroughs, I'm talking about the state, like
Yeah.
way
'Cause I
You
up
talking
think
about
in.
like
You
upstate
could
New
be
York,
like
like Buffalo
Albany or
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Rochester?
Syracuse. I used to have cousins up in Syracuse back in the day. I don't know.
Believe it or not, Brooklyn talks different from Queens, and Queens talk different from Harlem. Like all the boroughs, they sound different, but they still like we're 45 minutes, 15 minutes on a good day, like
Yeah.
3 o'clock in the morning, away from each other.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, y'all traffic be crazy trying to get from place, but you're right. It's but the way it's talked is different because like look at how Moochie is from Queens, Tamika is from the Bronx. They don't talk the same, but yet they don't live far from each other, from what they tell
No,
me.
it's just it's different. It's
Yeah.
small, it's like little stuff that you could say. Because I'm from the Bronx, but now I live in Queens, so mine's is like mashed. I go both sometimes.
Well, like I grew up in DC, but people who don't know think Baltimore is the DMV, and it's not. Baltimore is its own separate island. They might as well be Puerto Rico or somewhere. They might as well be this own separate thing. Because once you go into Baltimore, it's you everything is just different. You definitely know you feel like you out of town, and you still in the state of Maryland, but you feel like you out of town. Because it's a 45 minutes, maybe up to an hour, depending on traffic, from between DC to Baltimore. So
People,
it's like by the time you done drove all that, going through the traffic on the Beltway and everything, going through traffic, get up to Baltimore, it's like you're in a whole nother world. But yet you
I think
still
what
in the same state,
I think when people they think well Virginia, they think like that. Like people don't know that. I hate to say this to you people. Virginia is not the East Coast, man. That is the
Virginia,
South.
well, DC and Maryland is south too.
DC is
Uh,
the South?
DC and Maryland. It's the South, but it's not the dirty South like you going to North
no,
Carolina
no,
and
DC
South
is the
Carolina.
East Coast though. That's
We're still
the
East Coast, but it's still South. But Virginia's south of DC and Maryland.
Yeah,
I know
Maryland and
Virginia's south of
DC and
DC and
Baltimore
Maryland. Yeah.
Maryland, DC, and Baltimore. That's the East Coast, but that's past the
Yeah,
Mason Dixon line. That's the East
yeah,
Coast
yeah.
right
It's still
there.
East Coast. Yeah, it's still East Coast. Right.
Nah, Virginia, that's the
But
South. You
and
know,
not all of Virginia is the DMV.
Virginia
DMV
is
is just a
South, yeah.
small little area.
yeah,
So some people, like
right.
I remember DeMarcus say he was the DMV. I'm like, but he said you live in Virginia Beach. That's not the DMV.
DMV, no.
Yeah, so there's a cutoff to that. I mean, every area got
That's where
their
the Clips
thing.
and stuff
Yeah.
is close to that. They they
Yeah,
they they
they
they
in Virginia Beach. They not the DMV, and they know
they
that.
not
They
the
don't.
DMV, yeah.
Yeah, they don't claim that. And it's not like
That's
a
what
diss
Allen
or nothing.
Iverson,
It's just
Michael Vick. That's
yeah,
in North. That's their area.
that's their area. Yeah, right. What
Chris Brown.
Robert says she's not far from Oakland. Okay, yeah, that's right. She did tell me that. Yeah, that she live up that way. So now this is where now we gonna get the crack. This is where from this moment on, this is where it gets going. So now he's trying to convince Jerome that to come into business with him, I guess, right at this point. Jerome was skeptical though. He didn't really want to do it.
He didn't, and that's just so sad.
But Louis talked him into it.
Of course she does.
Louis talked him into it because she wanted that bread. Now, what was Louis' backstory? She came from Louisiana, Baton Rouge or something, right?
She was yeah, but she was young. That girl found her. She
came like she grew up. She said she grew up poor, like
in Louisiana.
Yeah, somewhere like in the country part of Louisiana, not New Orleans. She came from I thought she said Baton Rouge or somewhere like that. But so she didn't have much of nothing. So this is like a come up for her, probably.
Claudia taught her how to use what you
got to get what you want. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is after hours, so we can get it. Claudia taught her how to eat.
Yeah, right. I know what you're saying.
That's what she taught her how to do.
Mm-hmm.
Eat that vagina. That's what Claudia was telling her to do and be a hoe. That's what she basically. You got a body. Use what you got.
Yeah.
She was let's be honest. Louis was a hoe, man. I'm sorry, DeMarcus, but she was, man. She was eating vagina. She was sitting there having sex with, even in the pilot episode.
No, she wasn't from Arkansas. She said in this episode here, hugging Jerome, she was talking about how she came from Louisiana. Now she had a cousin. No, that wasn't her cousin. Her best friend or somebody, or whoever that lady was. That was her cousin. Okay, she lived in Arkansas. Yeah,
her cousins.
Yeah. Now, I don't want to probably put the track shoes on, but why do you think they did not explore the Arkansas more?
I think it was a lot going on. So that they could have went anywhere with the story. So I guess they kept it neat. That it's not like they branched off.
Yeah, Disney. That's what happened.
What?
Disney on Hulu. They ain't about to tackle that banging in Arkansas. It's too much political and stuff that was going on. And you had Bill Clinton, that was the damn governor.
Governor at the time,
At the time, they not about to talk about that. I knew that was weak to me because
they could have explored that. That was a whole, because they remember now the rail freeway. Rick Ross, he did expand into a whole lot of different states.
He did. He was in Cincinnati.
He was in a lot of different states. Yeah. So, I mean, they could have kept it going like that, but, well, now these two bozos, Lenny and and Ray Ray, this guy who played Ray Ray, this actor,
he's a good actor.
Every time we see him, he playing a foul dude, like he plays some, he is good. He's good at what he do. He been on Walking Dead. He had a role on there. He was an asshole on there. It was when they was in the prison. Did you watch Walking Dead, Detroit?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, remember the prison scenes? He was that was him, one of the prisoners. He was on The Walking Dead. He was he been in a couple of. I seen him on some Tubi movies. Actually every time I was seeing him recently, been on Tubi, but he been acting.
Talking about the dark skinned cat, right?
Yeah. No. Well, both of them I've seen them on things.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That the light skinned guy was on BMF, and he been on.
Yeah, he was on BMF too, and yeah, both of them have been on multiple things. I've seen them on different things. But they sitting outside the house, they watching the house. Now at one point, Andre finds them and tells them to get out the neighborhood. But then they came back around, and this is when Leon got. But luckily he didn't die. But and then Franklin goes. Now, did y'all think he did the right thing by taking the backpack and going into Melody's bedroom and hiding in her closet?
That was stupid to me.
In this scene here, that's what she said.
Again, he's young. Like,
yeah, he wasn't about probably 19, 20, maybe.
Like people do stupid stuff all day, especially when you're young.
Yeah.
No, he don't get he don't really get a pass from me on this. I give him a pass when he got robbed by Claudia and everything like that. But man, you gotta learn from your mistakes. You learn from that.
But he didn't say he wasn't thinking because he didn't know if the police was gonna look through the house and see what was going on as to why Leon got. So his first thought was, let me get all the drugs and money and hide it in. Climb into her. How he know if Andre wasn't home?
But my thing is, who's really going to check Andre's house for drugs? Never.
That's true because he
Yeah,
was a
because he
cop.
was a cop.
He was a cop. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
And
That
he
was
was
smart about
he
Franklin
was
to do
part of the
that.
good old boy.
yeah. It was smart. I will say this about Franklin, even though he made many mistakes throughout the whole series, but he still was very smart. Very
Oh,
smart.
no doubt.
Now, do y'all think he's smarter than Tariq or Ghost?
Yes. No, not Ghost, but he's smarter than Tyreek. I mean, he's definitely smarter than Tyreek, I
Right.
think.
I think so too.
Like, I think they be making Tyreek a cartoon character because he never
Yes.
fumbles the ball either.
Yes, better than
Now, he
Tyreek.
not a cartoon character
Yeah.
because the nigga Tariq always losing.
But
But
he
You can't
never
be a
gets
cartoon
caught.
character.
but
He
the
I made
always,
up
the
this.
reason why I ain't gonna say Ghost because Ghost was older.
I made
yeah.
up the slogan
So yeah.
cartoon character. The cartoon character is when you always win and Tariq never wins. What have you won?
But he
But if you,
always gets
Oh
out of
no, you
everything. He
thinking about
always
Kane.
fixes
Kane was
everything.
always you thinking about
that's not a
Kane.
cartoon character though.
It's just, to me, it's
Kane was
just
a Kane
unrealistic.
is a cartoon character
Kane
because
was a
he
cartoon character, yeah.
Tommy's the cartoon character.
Tommy is
Tommy
too.
definitely, when he had his
You know
show,
what I
he
mean?
was,
Like
was horrible.
if you want to keep it a buck, like Franklin in season one, he was losing, but he wasn't doing too many losing in season two. He was
But
on
that's
God level.
because that's what you understand why he all these mistakes he got is like building character. This is why he don't trust you further than he can throw you. He don't trust you in 2 seconds.
But I
Mhm.
like how they did Ghost because Ghost was winning, but he still was losing at the same time. So
So
he would
was
have
this
he'll
dude.
win one, but then it'd be a couple episodes that he'd get it messed up. Like so, I don't think Tariq
Said
is smarter than
Kanan said
Franklin.
Tariq was smarter than Ghost at his age. Told that to Ghost. Oh yeah, I mean yeah. Kanan always said that. Well, women. Well, at his age, well, we didn't see a young Ghost, so I can't really say. But
I'm
that's yeah.
gonna say
Kanan did say that. Yeah, Kanan
I'm
did
gonna go
say
with Tariq. I'm gonna not Tariq, my bad. I'm gonna go with Franklin because we ain't
that.
seen what Tariq can do.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
You
and
know what I
Franklin
mean? We
was
gotta
more
see it.
realistic. I agree with that. All in.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, Franklin was so realistic.
Right. Right. Yeah.
I felt like
Well,
he was my
Sissy.
child, yo. I was like, my Franklin when he
Yeah.
started growing up.
Well,
And
so you thought you was Sissy, huh? That was your chat.
no, I
She
didn't think I
was.
was sissy.
she she was upset. She didn't know where her child was. She didn't know what was going on,
But
and
I
you
will
know,
challenge him about Franklin about him. He was smart and I like Franklin, but he did have like a connect though that nobody can never have. Even Ghost couldn't get this. He had a connect from the CIA from the CIA. You know what I mean? The government. He was working with the government.
he was
They
working with
can
the
get
government.
anything.
Tariq wouldn't have known what to do working with the government. Like he
No, I'm
wouldn't.
not talking about. I'm talking about Ghost. Ghost didn't have that opportunity to work
Oh
with no
no,
guy.
Ghost didn't have the opportunity. No,
Now
he
that's
did
the
not.
that's the thing though.
So
Like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
It was
So
just a different
he had a
time.
cheat
Yeah.
code.
Yeah, Franklin was really the hood smart kid. Franklin was that guy. I agree with that. The whole
I got
assessment.
Bumpy Johnson over Franklin.
Doji.
But see, Bumpy Johnson, he was an older guy. So
Bumpy
I
was
mean,
better when he was younger too. That's not how like
yeah,
we ain't see when he was
yeah, no,
young.
he started off as a young man, but yeah,
But the thing is, he was mold. He had somebody to guide him. Franklin is like fumbling the
yeah,
ball,
see,
figuring
yeah,
it out on his own.
yeah,
Bumpy Johnson
no,
didn't have nobody
Yeah,
to guide
yes, he
him.
no,
did.
well, wait a minute, Frank of
The Queen of
Bumpy,
Harlem, the
but
numbers girl.
yeah,
He taught him everything he knew.
Stephanie St. Clair, it was a Stephanie something St. Clair, yeah,
Forgot her
something like
name, but she
yeah,
you
it's
said
something
it.
like
She
that.
taught him
And plus,
everything.
he worked with the Italians, so he had something to mold.
But we
You know what I'm
okay,
saying?
we gonna say that then with Franklin had Louis to help him.
No, but Louis. All right, so the girl,
Nah, we can't do that though because
yes,
he
we
didn't know
can because
we could. Oh my
Louis was.
God,
They all was finding their way at the same time.
no, if it wasn't for Louis, he would have never sold them bricks that he
I
had.
understand that, but
Oh,
they
that's
That's
all
true.
was
Women,
helping.
because
finding their way.
she sent him to I mean, she sent him to
She
Claudia,
sent him
right?
to Claudia. He didn't
Yeah.
even know what he was doing. He was the
I
first person.
understand that, but none of them knew. Even Louis didn't know what they was doing. She never been
No,
in that game.
But this was
no,
all
but
new to everybody.
it
I
was
think
new
this
to
was new to
Yeah,
everybody. But she
everybody.
said, but he
Everybody,
didn't
this was
know.
a first for everybody.
that's
But he didn't know how to hustle. I know y'all love Franklin. I'm here to challenge
no.
y'all.
What I'm saying
I'm
is
here to
Bumpy
challenge
Johnson
people.
had somebody in the game. It's not like he started from nowhere. He had a mentor.
In the game or not, but at the end of the day, he went to Unc. Unc said no. She said, okay, I can help him. I knew I know this woman, you know what I mean, is, Claudia, she deal with drug dealers all the time. She got a club. I'm gonna sit there and hook him up. And then he went to Ivy. Like, come on now. And no disrespect. I like this. I like Snowfall. I'm not picking, but I gotta call it down the middle. I can't sit there and be giving it a straight chance. In in the real world, and this is entertainment, so I'm not gonna sit there. If this man went to Ivy, this is a cartoon character movie. He went to Ivy in episode 1 and said, I
Mm-hmm.
don't. He asking for the money. He said, I don't have it. He like front me a brick. They not about to do that to you, bro. They're not about to sit
Mm.
there in front. Anybody, even and Big Meech was even saying like he laughs at that. Like that never happened. Either you got the money, you don't. They're not about to sit there in front you with no type of brick or nothing. You gotta have
Yeah,
the money.
I don't know if that's true. Is that true in real life? Where they do that? I don't know.
No,
I
I
don't.
talked to plenty of drug dealers, and
Yeah, I
they
don't know.
said that don't
Somebody
happen.
just gonna front you,
They not
like
fronting you
like on
that.
consignment. You know what I'm saying?
It-
People don't. I don't think people do that.
right. So I'm just speaking. I know I gotta call it down the middle. That was cartoonish right there. That's not happening.
Mm-hmm,
They
mm-hmm.
didn't when Rock was getting the game, they didn't front her nothing. You got to pay for that. They ain't gonna
Mm,
front you nothing. They don't know you. This is like somebody
yeah.
knock on your door right
Let me
now
see.
in
Let me see. Paid in full. I think they did front him and paid in full.
that
Oh, the
Ace.
guy with the who had
I think he did front him.
the guy who
That
had the
was the
diamonds.
Yep, because he gave him he was like, let me try you out, because he gave him the money back from the cleaners, and the guy
Right.
was like, come here, because he ain't had the
Yeah,
that
money.
that
he found diamonds in his clothes when
Hmm.
he gave it to him off loyalty, but that even the dude
So
who
it
played
happened. He
Ace,
fronted him.
the Ace even said that didn't happen. That's my point. That was a cartoonish point.
Oh
That
well,
was
we know that's
cartoonish.
not like all the way. They did,
Hmm.
yeah. The real AZ said that not everything in
That
there was
didn't
just accurate.
happen.
Yeah, I
No,
mean,
I
that's
heard that
TV.
story is way worse.
Yeah, they say it's more grimier than what we saw
They
in the.
said that was like
That's
that
like a
was the
Disney version.
Disney compared to the way
Yeah,
it,
it
like
was a Disney
it
version.
was
Yeah,
Yeah,
crazy.
unless you
it was
love.
definitely a Disney version. I'm just here
Yeah,
So
to
I
call it
wonder
down
what
the
this
middle, just
TV
to
series
have a
gonna
little.
look like.
I'm
I
just having
can't.
a
I
little.
mean, now that we talked about it more and more, we talking about it. I'm kind of interested now. Are they gonna go into? I know we didn't got sidetracked, but are we gonna go into the story about the uncle and the nephew and the kidnapping and all
We
that?
have to.
Yeah, because that story was wild. That was a big
Crazy.
story. That was a big story. So that was crazy. Okay. So now.
I'm just here to challenge. I'm because I'm not shooting. I'm here to challenge. Amina, because she loved Franklin, and
I do
she
too.
gonna put the cape on for him. But we ain't gonna do this now.
I ain't gonna say
That
I put
ain't
the cape
happening.
on because if Franklin do something
I did,
wrong, I'm gonna say it. But it's
listen,
but I do.
Franklin,
Franklin's my favorite character now.
I
he was
like
my
Franklin,
favorite,
but
but
we
he
ain't gotta have that
Franklin
with
and
cartoonish
Uncle
though.
Jerome are my favorite two characters.
I like Franklin. Jerome, he was cool.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What about
them.
that other the other guy was just crazy. But he's not in this week. We'll talk about him next season.
What's the other
The
one?
LA dude that one of you walling out.
That was
Oh,
season 3.
Oh.
oh,
He talking
With
about
the
man
Ray,
boy,
ear
talking about man
thing.
boy
He
and
was doing
Man
something with
Boy.
his
Oh,
ear.
I
No,
couldn't
not Man
stand
Boy.
him. Oh, I
The
couldn't
one with the
stand
ear
him.
thing with the Jerry curl.
Scully.
Scully.
Oh, Scott, that's my man right there. I love Scott. I
Yeah.
like he
I
crazy as
rock with
cashier.
man boy. I ain't gonna lie.
He
Yo, Man
crazy
Boy
as
was
cashier.
he was
But I
good,
love
yo.
Scully as much as he was crazy. I love.
It was
Oso
sad to
was
see him
solid. I
go.
did
He
like
tore that
Oso
up.
too. Oso was one of my favorite
I can
characters.
see Matt, the dude that played man boy. I can actually see him and Paid in Full. He actually commented and said it's a classic. I can see him playing that role.
I think a lot of people gonna kind of go off for that role.
He
Those
did
roles.
his big one in Snowfall, Man Boy, because he was just a regular on YouTube before that. He did his
Yeah,
big
and he's
one.
been doing some acting since then, but this has been but Snowfall I think was his biggest thing he's done. He's done some other movies and I think he's on some. I saw a commercial. He's on some series. It's on
he on the
Peacock or something.
Office, the spinoff
Something
Office
like
on
that. Yeah, I don't watch it. I just saw a commercial. I was watching Peacock and I saw some commercial. But but he's still been actively working. But I think this was his biggest thing. I think so. I think Snowfall's been his biggest thing.
Yeah.
But
What about the last one that he had
his
though?
but his money might have gotten grown since now he's on an NBC show. His money might be bigger now.
What about
But
the show he was on with Kevin Hart? Money Heist.
I never saw it.
I didn't see that.
You
I ain't
seen it, Mooch? I mean, not Mooch. I'm sorry.
Money
You seen
Heist.
it,
Oh,
English?
you mean
No,
Fight Night.
Fight
Now
Night. Yeah, my
Fight
bad.
Night
Oh,
Fight
I
was
Night.
saw
good.
Fight
Yeah.
Yeah,
Night.
that was good. Fight Night
That was
was
a
good.
real good show.
That was
I was
extremely good.
surprised.
I don't know. I wanted to see more. I wanted to see more. I really enjoyed it.
It was good.
Everybody on there was good. I wanted to see more of that. So, um, okay, so this is
Mm.
where right here where I was saying that the cousin seemed like he was just acting weird, but when he walked in
He
on them
kissed
and
her.
all that, we already talked about that enough times.
He
But
like
I'm
he
just saying,
wanted. He was really weird. He like he wanted to punch him in the face.
exactly, yeah. But then now he done told his father everything, so now the father's coming in taking over. But the father said, Gustavo Oso cannot be a part of it. So this is when she had to break the news at the bottom picture here that he had to be away. So she was angry about it. She was pissed off. She's like, "Oh, you ran to your daddy and all that, So she was upset that they tried to build this business together as cousins, and then you know he ran to his father, and so but I did not like the uncle, her uncle, which is Pedro's father. I did not like him, but her dad passed away, and her mother showed up. Her mother ran the farm where they growing
You know this is based on now. You know
where they
this
growing the
family is
cocaine
based
and
on a
stuff.
true
The mother ran
story.
the farm.
You know this story right here is based on a true story.
Yeah, some of
All
this
these
is
people in
true.
here is
Not
Yeah, a lot
everything
of
is
the
true, but
snowfall is
some,
based off of true things. Like even the
yeah.
tiger.
Leon is a real person.
hmm
The
hmm
tiger really not a real person though,
No,
but the
no, it,
Leon.
it happened
But
a
no,
lot
there was a story
with the tiger.
about the tiger. Yeah, there was
That's what
actually.
I'm saying. It
They said a
happened.
tiger got loose from the zoo or something like that.
It
No,
did,
it
but
was
it never
It
went to
was
the.
something
But
like
it
that.
never
Went up
came
from the
to.
circus or something. It was
they
like
had
But
a
it never
tiger
came.
in the
But it never
Bronx
came to the. But
apartment.
it never came to the hood though. It never
No, they
came to the
no,
hood.
it
yo,
didn't. I don't think
look
it
it
came to
up.
the hood.
There was a tiger in a Bronx apartment. I remember that back in that day. Yes, a lot of drug dealers
I
they would
looked
have
it
a
up
tiger.
and I
Mhm.
read to see what it
But
was,
there
and they
was some
said that
story about a
Well,
tiger.
I'm
I
telling
don't
you, there
know.
was one in the Bronx where
Oh,
where
no,
okay.
I
I'm not
Well,
was.
talking about. I'm
I
not
wouldn't
talking
be
about the. I'm talking about L.A.
Oh, I don't know about LA, but I know there was a tiger in the Bronx, and
but
somebody had him in his apartment.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, I heard
probably
about
so. I
that.
wouldn't. I wouldn't be surprised. I ain't
Hmm.
surprised. People. Mike Tyson had tigers and stuff. He had them white tigers.
Oh, for
So
sure. But
yeah,
hey,
people.
this is
People.
real. This is real right here, though. This family
Yeah.
in real life was stupid. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean?
hmm
Like these people were just
With
crazy.
with the mother, she thought she was gonna have her mother back her up, but her mother was like, no, her mother wanted her to go to Mexico back. Where her mother ain't even want. She only came there because the father passed. She came for the funeral and she was leaving. She wasn't there but one night and she left the very next day after the funeral. So but they set him up, which I was happy about. They got those Mexican guys to set the father. What was his name? Ramon? Or, no, not Ramon. Ramirez or something. Whatever the father, the uncle's name was. I can't remember his name now. But they came and set them up and took out everybody up in there. So
Hmm.
all his men and took out that's the only way that they were going to be able to move forward is the uncle and all the men were gone, because otherwise she was out. He wanted to bring in their cousin to do the books, and she was like, I don't need nobody to do the books, I can do the books.
Hmm.
But he did not like her. Matter of fact, was that his brother who had died? Her father, was that his brother?
Which one?
Okay, Lucia's father passed away.
Hmm.
So I'm saying, and since this was her uncle, how was he the uncle? Was that his brother who died? Lucia's father? Were they brothers?
I'm not sure because it could have been the mother side too.
That could have been that's true. That could have been a mother's. Yeah, that's true. That could have been a mother's brother. Yeah, they did hug each other when she came in to view the body and pay her respects and stuff. So that could have been, yeah, but yeah, that's true. That's true. But I think he just waited until the father was gone so he could really take over things. But
I
she
mean, that
showed,
was his game plan anyway for him to unalive his father and get rid of everybody. He wanted the business
Mhm.
for himself. You could
Yeah, he
tell. Look
did.
how he was
Yeah.
talking.
Well, she was smart. Oso was the one who I think really put it together with those Mexicans and that Mexican gang. They sent
Yeah.
Pedro home She told the security to make sure he get home. So Pedro wasn't there to see it. But we know he's gonna probably try to get some revenge later on. He gonna pop back up later on. Oh yeah, he do. He will pop back up like in season 2 or whatever, 3 or whatever it is, right? I ain't gonna talk about it, but he do pop back up later on. Y'all remember when Pedro pops up with that DEA girl? He pops back up later on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here
they being under investigated anyway and don't even know it.
they didn't
That's
even
what
know
it.
it. Yeah, because see what happened is well, I ain't gonna mention it because
It
that's
happened.
not season 1. But anyway,
Yeah.
we don't see Pedro no more after this because he goes away, but we'll see him again. So the uncle is gone. They took out all the men, so at least that's Lucia got that out her way. Now we got to still deal with what's it, Lenny and Ray Ray. Well, Ray Ray is they cut a deal with Ray Ray. They cut a deal with Ray Ray. Ray Ray was scared. He didn't want to unalive his friend, but he said, "Look, if you don't do it, both of y'all gonna be gone. So either you do it or you gonna lose your life too. So either way, somebody gone." And he got him right across the throat, and that's it. That's it for him. So, but we will see Ray Ray later on, and I ain't gonna jump the gun on that. For those who hadn't seen it,
Ray Ray should have been a pack too. I ain't gonna lie. That was
yeah,
a friend.
yeah,
I ain't gonna say nothing.
right. But we will see him later on.
I'm
We'll see
writing this
him.
down. This
We'll
was
see
mistake
him.
number 1 for
And
that's
then we at the end here when what's her name? Sissy is at the house by herself because Frank ain't staying there no more. Remember at one point throughout the season 1, he packed a bag and left. I think he was staying down there with Jerome and
she
them.
got rid of him because she found out he was selling drugs.
Yeah, but she didn't know about the crack yet. She only thought it was just the marijuana. She didn't know
Well,
about crack yet at this point.
yeah, because he never did he. Oh yeah, he was selling marijuana, but
Yeah, it started with marijuana. So she
he
was
got
upset
caught.
that he was doing and he lied. He lied
Yeah.
about his job, not having a job. He lied about he was just lying constantly.
But he
And
didn't want to be like his mother.
she just said, "You look me in my face and you just boldly lie." And she knew he was lying. She knew he didn't have no job, and she knew that he might have been involved with the situation that happened with Leon getting shot. And he
She
was
knew
lying.
that he did.
But
He lied to the
he
cops.
packed up his bag and he left. I think he was living down there with Jerome and them. So because he didn't have his own place yet at this point here, season 1. He did not
No,
have his
season
own place.
1, he was he never like
He didn't have his own place yet, but he but they got the stash house so they could do the cookhouse so they could cook in there. Because one thing, you don't want to cook that mess in your own house.
Right.
I that makes sense. Have it
And
separate.
it was too hot anyway though. Like after what happened to Leon, they couldn't afford to do that.
and then the chemicals though. It was a lot of
Yeah, that chemical.
chemicals.
That's why you got to wear a mask and stuff around your
You don't want
face.
to cook on that same stove.
Yeah, and then you cooking, you're frying your chicken later on the stuff. No, you're right. You want to keep that separate. But so they were smart enough to do that. Now Jerome came up with that, Amina. Jerome said, "We gonna do it. We not gonna be doing it here." Because at first
Me, I don't
Franklin
want to
wanted
hear
to do it at their house, and he said, "No, we ain't gonna be doing that
that.
here." So they said, "No, we're gonna find a little house, a little trap house type thing, and that's where we'll do all that at." And so they counting their
Shout out to
money.
Unc for that. Shout out to Unc because Franklin
I
Shout
didn't know
mean,
out
nothing
for that.
about
Uncle
Well,
it.
gets a
Unc was
lot of
not
shout
dumb.
outs.
Unc wasn't dumb.
He was amazing too.
Yeah. Well, they counting their money and all of that. So that's pretty much how the whole season. This was pretty much, give or take. It might have been some scenes that we didn't talk about, but pretty much that was the main things that happened in season 1. So so we have to definitely come back we will be back to talk about season 2.
Mhm.
Maybe a week or 2 or something, but we'll figure out the best time for everybody. And look like this Tuesday worked for me, so
Hey, it works for me
we
too.
can keep it on a Tuesday and around the 8 o'clock time frame, around that 8:30 time frame, something like that. Because I figured we was gonna be up here for at least we be up here 2 hours, and I figured that we will because we're discussing not just one episode. We kind of trying to condense 10 episodes because it's 10 episodes just in season 1. So we trying to condense. I think each one got 10 episodes, right? Yeah. So we're trying to
Yeah.
condense all of them in one. So I knew we wasn't gonna make it within just 1 hour. But and look, it's just, and those in here, if y'all still people that still listening in the chat, if you had not watched it, yeah, y'all gotta go and watch it. Yeah, y'all gotta go and watch it. So it's I love the show.
Thank you. Me too.
When I was watching, I said, "Oh man!" I said, "Damn, this show." I was telling my son, I said, "It really reminded me. This Snowfall was a good damn show. It was well written. It was really good. It really good, and you can't stop watching it. Like I was like, okay, I'm just gonna watch a couple episodes, and I come back. Next thing I know, I couldn't get up off my seat. I'm just going to the next, the next one, and the next one.
You got in your top 5 of drug shows?
Why gotta be drug shows? Why can't it just be a show?
That is a drug show, though.
I know, but like,
Let me think,
It's a true
because
crime show.
Wire is my number one for sure, and I don't know.
Somebody on this
No,
panel said that Wire wasn't. I ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna leave it alone.
no, I never said that.
what,
I
the
never
Wire
said
wasn't good.
The
And
Wire
look,
was
I'm not gonna
amazing.
fight with nobody, but I just had to,
The
Somebody on
Wire
this
was
panel got the
amazing.
Snowfall over the Wire, though.
I'm just saying, like right now, I like Snowfall, but I haven't saw the Wire in a long time because when I see the Wire, I start crying at the end. I remember them kids hurt me. I couldn't sleep
Oh
for a
yeah,
few
season
days.
4 is a hard season because season 4 is with the kids, and that's when, especially if you got any kind of compassion or and it's that whole thing with the kids is very deep. It's
But not
layers.
even that. Remember,
So
Michael B. Jordan when he peed in his pants? I was like, oh
Oh,
my
that's
that was
real.
god.
That's
that's
real.
season 1.
He had to go, but I ain't gonna talk about the
Yeah,
Wire.
that's
So
season
you,
1 when they had it was
but
Wallace.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know, but season one
over the
too.
show,
yeah.
so over the show, you don't want to call it a true crime show because it really is though. But you so you got that. That's one of your favorite shows of all time.
I'm sorry, I had froze up for a second. Say it again.
I'm asking me, is this one of your favorite shows of all time?
Yeah, it is. The Wire, yes.
No, I'm not talking about the one. I'm talking about Snowfall. Is that number one right now? All these
That's
shows you to
one of my
watch
favorite shows also.
of all
Mm.
time.
It's between The Wire and it's between Snowfall, and I got to think of other stuff. Because I like other shows too, other kind of shows.
I love
Okay,
Snowfall.
so what she's saying, Detroit, it's not just a drug. She's not putting in a drug category. She just saying like shows that she love.
That I love,
No,
yeah.
that's what I just said though.
And
Like
Raising
that's
Canaan will go right there back to back with Snowfall because there was a point where, but I like Snowfall over Raising Canaan. That's true because I remember they both were airing at the same time, and I remember I was way more excited, even though I'm excited about Raising Canaan. That's my show.
That's
But
my
I
show.
remember when they were going toe to toe, I was waiting for that because
they
everything
never
was
went toe
going,
to toe though. It was
huh?
more like It was more like OG Power and Snowfall. Now, if you want to compare
Yeah.
those,
Raising
Oh,
Canaan
was
wasn't
that
on at
was?
the same
I
time.
think that was
yeah,
going.
Yeah,
they
Yeah,
weren't on the
not
same
Raising
time.
Canaan. I
it
think
was
OG
it was
Power.
regular OG. Yeah. Because at the
Yeah.
end, when Louis and them was going at each other, like I was like,
Yeah, Breaking Bad up there with me too. I mean, I'm a
I got
Breaking
Breaking
Bad.
Bad. Though. I love Snowfall. My favorite season of
It's not number
Snowfall.
one, but Breaking Bad is on my top 10 or top 5, whatever you want to call it. It's up there,
Snowfall I don't have it in my top 10 or whatever, I like Snowfall. I like
Snowfall is real high on the list. It's in my top 5 for sure.
it's in my top. I think it's in my top 5 because I know
It's
I like
definitely
other
in my top
shows.
5.
I'm like,
Snowfall is,
I can't think of them
and
right
I throw
Breaking
now.
Bad
Breaking
is
Bad
up
in
there
there, but it's
too.
not.
Breaking Bad is up there. Breaking Bad is incredible. I got that at.
Breaking Bad is incredible. It really is a great show.
I got that as another show. I know Inga, you probably ain't seen it in a minute, but there's another show up there. You know what I mean? The Shield.
I don't, you know,
That's
some.
okay. That's cool.
I don't think I know.
You
Oh,
ain't
I
like
know.
it?
OT said it was incredible. I got to watch the Shield. It's been so long. I don't
Yeah.
remember half the stuff on this, so I need to go back and watch it.
No,
Mhm.
I watched
It's
it. It
been
was good.
yeah. I got to go back and rewatch it because it's been so long. I don't remember everything because I think I didn't go back and do it like a rewatch. I watched it once and so.
So they're saying top TV picks is one Stranger Things and Force. I think they paid Force to be up there.
Oh, who say Force?
Who said that?
I googled just now.
Oh Lord,
You know, Force. You know, them people just be
they
they
paid
see a
them.
That's what
white
I said, but
face
I
and
think
they
they
just
paid
They
them.
paid. Yeah,
'Cause
they
there's
paid.
no way.
Yeah, I think they paid
You
that.
a lot of these networks be they you know what I mean they be up there paying people to rate it or whatever. You wouldn't believe it, but they do.
Abbott
Mm.
Elementary. That's a really funny, good show. I'm not
Oh,
gonna lie.
I love Abbott Elementary. That's
I
my
think
show.
Atlanta is one of my favorite shows.
Oh, I
Atlanta.
like
I
ATL. See, that's up there. That would
Yes,
be up
I love
there.
Atlanta. I love Atlanta. Yeah.
Walking
Yep.
Dead is up there.
Walking Dead is up there for me too.
It's
Yep.
Man,
okay. It's not my top five. It might be my top 10, but not my top five.
Walking Dead is in my top five, but I mean, like, at
It's
least
in my it's probably in my top
me
five.
and we got when we go on when ain't no show, we gotta have to do a rewatch on that.
On what Walking Dead?
That mess is
Yeah,
long. Good luck to you
No,
guys.
no, but if I do it, Detroit, we have to cut it off at a certain part because after a while it became I ain't like it.
we ain't gonna do the whole 11 season. We could just do from
No, I
season
don't
one to
like all
seven.
11 seasons. I like the first
The first
maybe
seven was fire.
first seven. Yeah. Up until Rick was there, right? The first seven. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what show was good? And it's new. That president one. Where they build a town with the black
Talking about
president. Was he the black
uh
president? No, he was the
Paradise.
Paradise.
Oh
Yeah, he
yeah,
was security.
I'm still
Yeah.
behind on that. Yeah, I hear everybody say how fabulous it is.
That
Everybody says
girl, you better get on it.
The
I
best,
know,
y'all,
I know,
y'all not
I
gonna
know.
watch it though, because y'all probably don't like scary things. But the best show on TV right now is Aliens on FX as of right now. Like that joint fire. My mother loved Aliens, but the TV show was good.
It's new
The
or
RC, you said Walking Dead
It's
wasn't your
new,
thing. It's the Walking Dead was so good at the beginning. If you watch them first 5 seasons, oh my God, they were so good.
man. And then the crazy, hey, Walking Dead putting up Michael Jordan numbers. They did not miss. You ain't gonna
No,
never see a
them
TV show
first
like
no?
that ever
five,
again.
6 seasons of Walking Dead was so good.
Okay,
Like
guys.
kept me on my damn feet. Like I was like, it wasn't like hard, nothing like that. It's like because
These
at
are
the
the facts.
beginning,
Like we not making me ain't not making this up. If you watch the first, it's hard for TV to get from season one to season six, and they not even giving you no damn 10 episodes. They giving you 15 of them things.
they was giving like long, 15, 16, something like that. Yeah, they had great writing. It was a great
Yeah, and great
casting,
acting.
acting. Oh my God, it was so good. Yeah,
And they don't
see,
understand how it is to have 15 episodes and still be a great season. Nah,
right.
people just don't
So
know. No, they just know 10 episodes. Nah, they
Yeah.
ain't used to that.
Shows back in the day used to give us like I remember I went back and rewatched I know this is a total different show and all that, but I went back and did a rewatch on New York Undercover. They used to
mhm.
give us
Fire.
20 something episodes. I think it was one season had like 26 episodes. We ain't getting no shows like that no more.
They're the new special victims because special
Yeah,
victims be
right.
like
Yeah,
going
we're not
through.
getting no shows like with 20 something episodes in one season. I said so. Yeah, no shows after 8 episodes. They like done. We done.
So you
And
know what was in my top five? It
mhm.
was Game of Thrones. Definitely.
The
I
last
didn't.
season was
I wasn't
ass.
in the game. I wasn't into
I'm
Game of Thrones
definitely
or
into Game of Thrones.
House of Dragon. I heard the House of Dragon thing wasn't somebody.
House of Dragon is midi.
I
That
didn't
joint
mention
Yeah,
House of
trash.
I heard
Dragon.
people
It was
complain. I
good,
didn't
but
watch it.
Game
The
of
first
Thrones.
season was good, but the second season was did nothing happen.
After I
It's
heard so many
nothing.
people complain, I said, well, I don't
They
feel
they
like
complained about the season finale because that just like, but that's the same thing they complained about the season finale with Snowfall. Like, it's a good show all the way
No,
through.
they didn't compare it about they
Game of
compared
Thrones and
about the whole
Spartacus.
season. The whole season of House of Dragon season two was midi.
No, I'm
It
not
was
talking about House
horrible.
of Dragon. I'm talking
Yeah,
about Game of Thrones.
yeah,
They
I don't
complained
never
about
watch Game
like
of
the
Thrones.
finale.
The
Yeah,
finale was. I mean, the last season wasn't that good though.
For us to wait,
For
I think we had to wait 3 years for that mess.
they gave the best
but
episode
it's
is
over with now,
was
right? It's never coming
It
back.
is. No, it's done. But
they only gave it 6 episodes, and the best episode was episode five, and that was the best. Well, in the episode five, it was dark. You couldn't barely see nothing. You know what I mean? But it was good.
Yeah, I'm with you, RC. I just couldn't get
RC
into
said I'm
that.
not watching that. Game of Thrones was good. Oh, I like Spartacus too, all in all.
I'm watching Spartacus when it come out
I
on
can't wait.
Stars.
I like Spartacus.
Yeah, I've heard
Speaking
people
of,
talk about it. Yeah, I've heard
how
people
did
talk
y'all like
about it.
that Denzel one?
I've
It
heard.
was
I look.
You didn't see it?
I was in Moda J's chat yesterday when he went live, and he trashed it down to the ground. Like he burnt
Wait.
it down.
Oh, I'm not talking about highest to lowest.
Oh, which
Okay, what did you think about highest? Because Detroit
Oh,
Kings and
you
killing
talking about
Sydney.
the Gladiator? What you want? You say
Yeah, I was talking
Denzel?
about gladiators, but
Oh, the Gladiator.
Gladiators
I did
2.
see. I saw Gladiator.
Gladiators 2 was, I mean, Denzel carried that movie. It was
I saw
good.
I
that.
thought it was
Yeah, I think it
good.
came on streaming, but I saw it. I didn't
I
see it
like
in the theater.
that.
Yeah.
But highest to lowest, what did you think? Because I was, go ahead. You
I
didn't see
didn't
it?
have a problem with it that other people have. I
Hmm.
enjoyed it. I went to the movie.
Mo just
I
didn't
went.
get it,
I
man.
went to the theater and saw it.
I remember
And
I
and then
watched
I
your
watched
review.
then I watched it on Apple TV Friday this past weekend.
Inga, they
And
just didn't catch it, Inga. That's all that is. That
It has
movie
yeah,
nothing
was
to
I
do with
didn't
that
not
movie was
catching
see. I
it.
good,
didn't do it
bro.
like a review, but I just because I didn't want to spoil it because I saw it in the theaters before it came to Apple
Yeah, I
TV.
remember.
So I didn't want to spoil it. I just said I just said I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the cast. I love, personally, I enjoyed it. And I got lessons out of it. See, I was like I said yesterday, Mo.J went on live. He was trashing it. I was in the chat and I was just giving them the lessons and the gems that I got out the movie. But some people just he said he was looking for like a training day type of
I
movie.
was
It
looking
wasn't.
for like a Malcolm X type.
That wasn't
So
no, that's
I
not the
was
movie,
spoiled.
yo. If
Yeah,
y'all look at the preview,
y'all
y'all
gotta
wasn't
let that
getting
go. Them
that.
movies is gone. That was 1992. It
It
was
don't
no
matter. It was Spike Lee and Denzel. So first of all, Spike Lee is like his movies are phenomenal. Like I've
Okay.
never seen a bad movie from him. Denzel's movies are like phenomenal. Like I've never seen.
even the movie is not great, but he is so good. He
Well,
is him
no,
as
every
an actor
movie
is
he
so good.
takes is good.
Let
Like I
me
can
ask you a
sit here
question. Let me
and
ask you
I'll
a
binge
question.
watch Denzel.
Let me ask
Yeah,
you a
and I
question,
even
Mina.
seen some of his early stuff. I was watching one of his
And they're
early
good.
movies the other day.
L-
The movie wasn't all that good. It was kind of goofy. I can't remember the name of it,
Mhm.
but he was so good that I wasn't really caring about the other
Talking
people
about him
in it.
with that damn fro in his head.
The one where he was in he was in Jamaica with that he had that Jamaican act. It was early on, like in the 80s. It was a real
Oh,
early
I ain't
movie
see
he did.
that.
Yeah, it was one of his
No,
early. You remember that he had a couple movies that probably wasn't the greatest movies. He even said that. And
Mhm.
they all start every actor starts off with movies that you getting your first movie is not the best, the first couple of movies, but
well, so what?
but
So you basically saying, I
I
mean,
like
that
I'm a
you wanted
Denzel
him to
fan.
do a Denzel. What would you want him to do a training day
What
situation?
I'm
But
saying,
no,
no, I
no,
didn't
that's
say
what
that. That's what Moldot said.
saying.
Well,
She
Moda
said
must
more
have
Malcolm
been.
X. She was looking for something like
Yeah,
on that.
being like so okay, it was a good movie, but it was their worst and what I was saying was their worst is still great.
Is
Their
their worst
movies
is still
are
better
so
than
good.
BMF or something like that.
Yeah, like
So what?
their
So all right.
worst
So
is
what was the last
great.
time they? We ain't talking about this movie. When the last time you seen
They
Spike Lee
did
and Denzel
18
did?
years ago.
Don't say nothing. When
The
the
one
last
that I
time?
can think of was Malcolm X. When I think of Spike Lee and Denzel, I think of Malcolm X.
No,
But
I'm
that's
saying
my
with the
favorite
last
movie.
This
project.
was
I'm
their
talking
fifth
about the
movie
last
together.
project they did. The last movie they did together.
Yeah, I
Not
can't think
this
of,
one.
but
Oh,
I
it was
mean,
it
one
was
that
The
stands
last
Inside
movie they
Man.
out.
did together was
Inside
Inside
Man was their
Man.
last one 18 or 20 years
Okay.
ago. They
Mhm.
did Mo Better Blues, Malcolm X,
Mhm.
Max,
He Got Game,
Mhm.
Inside Man, and then this
man.
one, Highest to
And I've
Lowest.
seen all, and like I said, I love all of them. But then I also watch all their individual ones. They're all amazing.
Yeah.
This was better than Inside Man though. If it
I don't even
wasn't better,
remember Inside Man that well. I'm
it's
not
in
even
the
gonna
same.
lie.
Actually, I might agree with you on that, Detroit. This might have been a little bit, yeah, and I like Inside Man, but I
I don't
think
Me
remember
this
too.
Inside
might have
Man.
been a little bit better.
What
Yeah,
was
This was a
Inside
little
Man
bit
about
better than
again?
Inside
it
Man.
was about some bank robbers, right? Detroit,
Yeah,
Inside
yeah,
Man.
yeah.
Yeah, they I forgot the guy who was the robber, but Denzel was the detective solving the case. A guy
Was
who
it
was
the computer? They were computers?
he
No.
no the guy. These guys came in to try to they robbed the bank and they kidnapped these people.
Mm-hmm.
He was like a negotiator. This guy had all these
Yep.
people
I would
hostage.
have to rewatch it. I don't remember
I
it.
forgot. Yeah, I can't think of the Now Spike did not write that film. He just directed it. He
Yeah,
said
he
that
Yeah.
directed it.
inside, but he did not write it. He had nothing to do with the script. Really, he just directed it.
The same thing with this one, this new one. They said he
He
didn't write
wrote
it.
it. You think Spike Lee didn't write this joint?
I think they said he did not write it.
He
Well,
directed it though.
Yes,
it was based on
he directed
another
it.
a Japanese movie that came out way
Yes.
back in the day. And so they did an American version because the Japanese one is a little bit different. The Japanese one is called High to Low, and this was highest to lowest.
Yeah.
So
He
I
just
did.
giving opportunity
they
to
changed
people
it
to
up a
write.
little bit, so
Yeah, not saying nobody on here. People always say they want Tyler Perry to let other people write. This what he was doing. He didn't do it himself. All he did was
Well, he
direct. He
should have.
left.
If he want to come back, he should have did it himself.
No, you
I
gotta
think
give
I
people
don't.
opportunity.
He could give people. Oh well, I don't want like that opportunity. That's why everybody's slamming him.
Well, I
Ain't
mean,
nobody
well,
say ain't
Tyler,
nobody slamming
if
him.
we're
That's
talking
why
about
he got
Tyler
so much
Perry, he
The
views.
definitely
internet
did
is
right.
slamming him.
Man, the internet is not a
Yeah,
real
the
thing
internet
because
is not saying nice things about the. I don't care what they say. I liked it personally. I have a problem with
the
I
it,
want to
reviews
and I
see
say
it
got a lot.
again.
otherwise.
I got lessons out of here. Like, not that it was things that I know. It's not like I didn't know, but I think it should be constantly being said. Like, all money ain't good money.
Good
That
money,
that
yeah.
was said all through the movie. When he was talking about social media, when he was telling his son,
Stay
um,
off the
like,
phone,
stay
man.
off the phone, and then he was saying about his followers or something. He said, how you gonna have people following you? Where you leading them to? Following you where?
It's dams
It was
to
a
it. Like
lot
he
of
took
little things. I'm just telling you
That
one
was
or two
good.
things, but it was a
he
lot of
took
little things he said.
But even at the end, he ended up giving in, like doing something he didn't want to do because he was like social media is about to roast him. Like with the money, he did not want to at all.
a lot of people go through that though. They do things they don't want to do and then they regret doing it.
And then he was
Sometimes
But
it be
doing
too
also
late.
too, y'all, what's more important, humanity, saving a person's life, or your business? That was also like the dilemma. Do I save
He
say
thought about his
17,
business.
17.5 for my business, or do I save a person's life? We
Um,
don't know whether not. See, we didn't know whether not. We know the young felon was a goofball, but we didn't know
right.
whether or not he was going to. At the time we watching it, we didn't know whether he was going to unalive this kid or anything. So
well, they probably
that's why
was.
people kept telling them. I mean, come on, it's just somebody's life. What are you talking about? Why are we even discussing this?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And
But he
that
didn't want to.
17.5 is also a reference from Jeezy, but some people didn't know that too. So
Yep.
it's a lot of little things and people. It's some Easter eggs in here that people. And I think
Then-
I told Mo.J, just rewatch it again. Give it some time. Let it die down. Watch it again. Maybe your second rewatch, you might understand it a little bit better. Because
Did
he
you did,
definitely didn't like it the first time.
did you see that sneaky thing he put in when they said free young felon? I was like, really?
Yeah,
Because his name is Young Felon and he
right.
really did do it. And they're like, he didn't do it. And I'm like, yo, his name is Young Felon. So
Right.
that was
Yeah,
a
right.
conundrum.
Right. And you a New Yorker. It's also a love letter to New York. Look at all the subway signs and the different neighborhoods. It's and the Puerto Rican Day Parade. It's a love letter to that.
Mm-hmm.
The man who
I didn't really like that
I
saying.
can't
I
remember the
didn't really
man's
like that, to
name.
be honest with you, man.
I can't remember the man's name. The famous musician who's passed away now. The older man at the Puerto Rican Day Parade. He's a famous
I didn't know
Latino
that
star.
part. I didn't know.
I
Yeah.
can't even remember his name, but he's somebody famous, and I don't listen to that
wasn't
music.
not.
But
Yeah, one person said that wasn't needed in the movie. I actually agree. Spike Lee, you was doing too much, bro. This like what they got. This
and
is the
then you know
music.
how much he's a big sports fan, so he kept saying "F
Yeah.
Boston" and
Well,
all that kind of stuff. And
but that's
there
the
was
way.
some funny scenes in there too. Y'all just Spike Lee always got those some little funny
Yeah.
stuff in there.
But that's the way New York acts when the Yankees win. Everybody just start yelling it through the streets, and that
they
is
say it's really like
exactly
that
the
on
way
the
they act.
train.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
No, it's through the whole blocks too.
Yeah,
It's just like
they said it's like that. So
it is.
everybody be dressed up in all that Yankees crap
There
and
you
all this
go.
stuff. Yeah, so they said they really like
I
that.
remember when the Yankees won, I think the first World Series, and I was in the Bronx in the hood.
Oh,
Like
I'm quite sure because the
they
stadium is in the
yelling,
Bronx, right?
Yeah,
In the stadium, right in
161st
the Bronx.
Yankee
Yeah,
Stadium.
Yankee Stadium is in the Bronx. So, yeah, I know they go crazy whenever they win a game, whenever they win a series or something. I know they probably tear the streets up. So
They do. It'd be all in love. Like that's the first time it'll be love.
He's a huge sports fanatic. You know how he is with his Knicks
The
and his
Knicks.
Yankees. Yeah, Knicks and
But so
Yankees. So
I like the movie, but I could see why people said none of that was needed though.
Like I said, I think it was their worst, but I didn't. I'm gonna watch Inside Man. But if y'all said it's not that good, I ain't gonna rewatch it.
No, I'm not gonna say it was bad. I'm saying I think this might
They
this might
don't
be a
do
little bit. This
okay.
might be a little bit more better than
They
that.
don't do bad movies.
No, it's
So
not bad. You
yeah,
can watch it. It's in the Inside Man is a good movie. No, just
yeah.
when one day while you sitting back doing what you ain't got nothing really going on, just put it on, put your feet up. It's a good movie because
It's a good
Denzel is
movie. It's a
good.
slow burn though.
Denzel is
Denzel
good. So
only
if you
picks
love
good
Denzel, you will
movies.
love the movie. So
It's a
Denzel
good
is gold.
movie.
Denzel only picks good movies. Like he's very strategic. He
He's
picks
very
really good
strategic. He don't
movies.
pick no garbage. Even when he do plays and he's on Broadway, he don't do no garbage. Look how he sold out with all them Othello. I didn't go see it, but they said that, man, people couldn't even get a ticket. It was
Girl,
sold
I
out
was
for
there that
weeks and weeks
night.
and weeks. Oh, you went
I
to go
was
see it?
no, I was next door at this place that everybody goes to. Like we rented out the whole upstairs. It was my friend's birthday, but it was right next door. That's why I couldn't. But I had a parking spot because I had booked it early.
Mm-hmm.
So before I was able to get through that block, but then yeah, everybody was there. I was like, "What the hell is going on?" They was like, "Denzel." Everybody's waiting for
People was coming
Denzel.
from all over the world.
I was like,
Denzel is the GOAT, like RC said. Then he's top tier. He's top tier. So it's certain people that's just great at what they do. It's like Angela Bassett and
"She's
Denzel.
amazing."
Yeah, it's just certain people that's just like when we had Cicely Tyson, when God rest her soul, when she was alive, she didn't pick no garbage of a movie. She always picked best, and James Earl Jones and Lou Gossett Jr. Like it's some people that's just great.
I
And
was
Denzel is just in that category with them right now. So
You know what I was just watching? I was watching something about the Diane Carroll movie. You know the one when she's the single mother with all these
oh,
kids on
Claudine.
welfare.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
reviewed that.
Claudine.
Yeah, I love
So
Claudine.
they wanted Cicely Tyson to play it, but Cicely Tyson had turned it down because she was scared of the backlash that it would cause. But I like Diana Carroll in that
I
thing.
think she did a fabulous job because I can't see nobody else in that role now that I know, you know, that
Yeah.
she did. I can't see nobody else in that role. She
Nope.
was fabulous in it. And
It's
James Earl
perfect.
Jones. Yeah, perfect.
James
So
Garza. You know who was also supposed to be in it? Her son was supposed to be Lawrence Fishburne, but they recasted him because it was somebody else that was supposed to be doing
the
the
son
show.
part. Yeah.
Yeah, no, there was somebody else that was supposed to be Diane Carroll, but she passed,
Oh,
and
okay.
then
Okay.
her wish was that Diane Carroll takes the
Oh, I
role.
know who you talking about. Diane Sands. She
Yeah,
had cancer or something. Yeah.
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 So they but so when they did that, they had to recast Lauren Fishburne. He
Yeah.
wasn't happy.
Well,
Yeah, you
y'all,
love Fishburne was the goat, man.
he is too. He's another one. We can't forget about him. There are some people that are just great at what they do. So we
These
see
back
them
in the day stars
when we
was
see.
good.
Oh yeah, well we had real celebrities back then. We had real stars, real A-list people.
Oh,
Now, if you get a whole bunch of streams, you're a celebrity now. So
facts.
that's what some of the point that Denzel was making. David King, the character, was making in the movie too. Some of
Yeah,
the
they were definitely throwing subliminal and jabs to like
social
half-ass stuff
media
that
and
we do right now.
right,
But
right.
a lot of it was like social media. It was definitely jabs about that.
Right, right. I didn't dislike it. I
No,
probably
I
watch
thought
it
it
again.
was good.
I've seen it twice.
Mhm.
I could easily watch it again. If I'm with somebody and they say, "Oh, put it on," like actually, my mother hadn't seen it, so when my bring my mother over, I'm gonna
It's on
probably put it on
Apple
for
right
her.
now if y'all ain't seen it.
Yeah. I've saw it twice. I saw it like I said, first time in the theater because I wanted the theater experience. So I went to
Mm-hmm.
the theater and saw it, and then I watched it on my television on actually this past Friday. So
Yeah.
Before we go though, you
I'll
got
probably watch it one more time because I know my mother wants to see it, so she don't have Apple at her house, so she'll probably
make
come
sure
over here and look
before
at it.
we about to before we
Yeah, we're
go
gonna get
though,
up out of here because we've been up
y'all
here a
gotta go
long
check
time now.
out weapons though.
What's that
Everybody in
about?
there.
Oh, that's a
You
horror
got
movie, right?
no, there ain't no horror movie. You gotta go see it, man. I'm telling you, you
Oh,
ain't gonna be disappointed.
Weapons?
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
weapons.
Now,
Yeah.
wait a minute, real fast, Detroit, before we go. There's a show on HBO called Task. Is
I
that
watched
good?
it. Yeah, I watched the
It's
first
only one
episode. It was
episode, right?
yeah,
So
it's
far.
good. It's
Okay.
good.
I saw the
The
trailer and
first
I
one.
said this. I saw the trailer, the sneak peek, and I said, "Okay,
Mm-hmm.
this look interesting." I haven't heard nobody talking. Not I ain't, our YouTube group. None of us been talking about it. So I said, let me go and
You gonna
I
watch
might
it?
check it out. So yeah, I'm gonna watch
Okay.
it. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. And, if it's good, maybe we talk about it. But we'll see.
If
It's so
y'all,
many shows. I don't know how many shows I could talk about because we got a lot coming up. We got a lot of shows coming up.
Demarcus probably went to go with his brother. He probably watched the Queens, but Demarcus on the playback. If you want to know who gonna be in, for you want to be asking everybody on YouTube streets because you be asking the same thing. Go to 50 Cent page, man. He just announced who he gonna have on, who might be in Paid in Full, man.
Mm.
He got Wayne Perry and Preacher. You know what I mean? It's just to
Well,
name a
they're gonna
few.
have auditions. So Amina, you a New Yorker, you might can get in there, go on an audition.
I am not
Hmm
auditioning for none
You
of these
might can go
men.
audition. They need some, some New Yorkers. So
Mm-mm.
From
because
the
you need authentic people who with the good, with the right accent and they know
Everybody in New York talk like this or
that's
like that.
because you and Moochie, I love y'all accent. It's like that. Because she got, because you in the Queens. Oh no, you say you're in
Well, I
Bronx.
was from the Bronx and I'm from Queens. If I
And
get really mad, then you'll hear the Bronx.
right. Uh-huh. I
Mm,
see.
It'll fly and I'll be
Yeah,
very
right. It can go
ninja-ish.
depends on what mood you in. Right, right.
But then when I'm normal, I think I want to say Queens, but I don't know. I don't
you
know.
from Queens?
I
Mm-hmm.
grew up in the Bronx. I left when I was 16.
Well, you
Okay,
from the?
okay.
Well, I mean, you might was called to be. You might was
That's what I
called to
said. Because one
BX
time I was
then.
like, I'm from Queens. My homeboy from the Bronx was like, cut that ish out. You from the Bronx.
Right. Well, by 16, you almost close to being an adult,
Yeah.
halfway,
Yeah,
so,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. So,
But I changed, like I became like lady, like, and soft. But in the Bronx, I was very hard.
The
Very
Bronx
hard.
ain't really got nobody to claim right now, so she definitely gonna claim Queens.
Well,
mhm.
Queens get the money.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, Queens get the money. You
Mm,
right, right. I mean,
That's
not
what
great people
everybody
came out
always
the
say.
way.
Yo, you should see when 50 Cent come on and we in the party.
Mhm,
We be
Bum,
lighting
bum,
up. I
bum,
run New
bum.
York.
mhm.
Yeah,
No, yeah, she ain't trying to claim Fat Joe
N-
from the
No,
Bronx.
no, Fat Joe. No, I'm not claiming him, but
No,
I
you're
love
not
my
claiming.
Bronx. Like I would never. That was my whole childhood. Like
Yeah, no,
it was all
and
the
we,
wild and crazy
and
stuff.
anybody gonna crap on the Bronx because that hip hop started in the Bronx,
in
so
the
we got it. Yeah,
Bronx.
But
that's
Fat
right.
Joe talking about he took down a. I'm telling you for a fact, this dude ain't take down no gym because there's always somebody in the gym
Yeah,
that
yeah.
wanted.
He always said, I took out 100 niggas. And I'm like, shut.
You know,
He
and
be
people ready
capping
to
big time.
lay
Oh my,
themselves out to for anything. Get
You
out of
think ain't
here.
he,
nobody gonna try to test you, man? If you got 70 people, it's gonna be at least 3 people that's gonna test you.
Everybody about that life. Like people are starving in the Bronx. You don't understand.
Right.
Hey, sweet daddy, got you.
Mhm.
You got to catch it from the beginning and see if
Oh
you want to
yeah,
watch
yeah, yeah.
Snowfall.
We went all over the place. We had a great conversation. But all right. So when we want to come back, is it? You want to wait like 2 weeks? Give us time to. I got to go back and rewatch. Cause I only did season 1 and I stopped. So
We
I
could
need to
do it
go
two.
back
We
and
could do it in
rewatch.
2 weeks. We could do it in two
Yeah,
weeks.
give me two
Cause
weeks
I
so
gotta
that
go back to watch season 2 again.
yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying because I didn't want to go too far ahead and then I get my stuff all kind of screwed up. So I said, I just stopped at season 1. Let me go to season 2. So give me all next week to watch season 2. How about on the 23rd we come back?
I'm cool
No,
with
it's
it.
fine. I mean,
Okay.
I did a recap, but I'll sit there and
You
I
watching
love
American
Snowfall though.
Style? You watching American Style yet?
Me,
Yeah.
I can't get all the way in it. I watched like 2 episodes, 2 seasons of it. I
Yeah,
think season 2.
yeah,
It,
if
it
it
might
ain't her
not be for you.
yeah, if it ain't her thing, don't even worry about it. It might
I
not
ain't
be for
worried
everybody.
about it.
Yeah.
It ain't
But
for Amina, man.
yeah, it ain't for her, but she here with Snowfall with us, so that's good. So we come back in about 2 weeks and we'll see if Tuesday the 23rd works. If for some reason that don't work, then we'll talk behind the scenes and
Oh,
get
that worked for me.
and redo, we change the the time and
Oh,
date and all that.
that
It
worked
Yeah,
for
worked.
me.
that worked. Okay, all right. Well, we'll come back. Let me see. Fat Joe lies like a Persian rug. On that
He
note,
really
we going
does.
out of here. But that is the truth. Yeah, and look, I like Fat Joe. Don't
For
get me
no
wrong. I
reason.
don't dislike him. But we all know he caps, and he knows that he's capping, and it's a
I
joke.
hope he
Now.
do know he lying.
No,
It,
hold
it,
on.
it, the point it's a I think it's a running joke now. Everybody know. Even Jadakiss on the podcast be knowing he capped.
That's what I was gonna say.
Jadakiss sit there and just look at him and roll his eyes and like, so
because he tried to claim one of Jadakiss's songs in front of Jadakiss. Jadakiss was like,
he corrected him.
He was like, I wrote that.
Yeah, he corrected
that Joe ready to lie. He was like,
right.
I don't know what made me come out. Jadakiss was like, I wrote that.
Eric Spears was a troll. He knew that wasn't his verse.
Exactly. Yeah,
that was gonna run with it like nobody know.
Yeah, that was Ari. He would troll them.
And I don't dislike Ari whatever, but he's tripping when he talk about Ice Cube. I think he's trolling. I think he's doing that deliberately.
I don't think he trolled. I think he New York. He
definitely is New York all the way, and I ain't mad at that. If you rep your town where you from, but he's tripping and saying
he not really. He got to understand.
The way he talks so bad about Ice Cube. Come on now. I never heard nobody talk bad about Ice Cube.
As a New York producers, the Bomb Squad was put. They did.
That's what I'm saying.
And they from New York. I'm like, man, stop it, bro.
Yeah,
you just hating at this point.
I know. I think he was just trolling. So, but he was just it's one thing for jokes, but he was going so far with it,
he went so far with it that people had to call him and tell him to chill. You doing too much.
Yeah, just stop it. This dude is a bona fide legend. I mean, come on, he's never going to be on the level of no Ice Cube. Never.
He gonna mess around being LA because he live in LA. Dub C gonna see him somewhere and slap him up. That's one person you don't mess with.
Yeah,
Dub C.
or nobody who rocks with Cube like that either.
At all.
No, and Cube don't bother nobody. He minds his business and he do his thing, and he don't bother nobody. Yeah, so.
But I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all too. Thank y'all for we didn't stay. Look, next time we might not stay this long, but that's okay. I'm had a good time, so it's
always.
It's always a good time. So I will be in touch with y'all. I'll sing y'all. We get everything set up, and y'all think I said Q got him back though. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. That's all that stupid back and forth. Sometimes these celebrities got to stop all that stuff, but. All right, everybody, we will be back in a couple of weeks, and y'all get caught up now, and so we can talk about season 2. Season 2, everything really gets cooking now. You know what I'm saying? Everything gets cooking in season 2. So, all right, y'all. I see y'all. Love y'all.